Welcome to the SPS podcast. You are now tapped in with DJ Strada as your moderator and host. And welcome to the SPS Statistics, Problems, and Solutions. So, before we get into it, we're going to introduce our panelists and get to our topic of discussion tonight: willful delusion or ignorance when it comes to dating. So, we're going to go down the line. Saudi, what's good with you? How you been?
I'm doing good. Hey, y'all.
What's good? How's your day?
It's going good.
That's it?
I mean, yeah.
What makes it good or bad, though?
She said she good. She good.
Yeah.
Sound good, I guess. Big Mama, what's going on? Janetta, how you?
You better know it. Big to the mama. B-I-G to the M-A to the M. What? Hey.
What's up with you? How you?
Yes. What's goody? What's goody?
Good. How's your day?
My day was pretty well. I had a pretty productive day. So, I mean, productive is always good. So, I had a pretty productive day. So, can't complain.
I love it. Empress, what's going on? How's your day? What's going on with you? How
Good
you been?
evening. Good evening. It was pretty good. No complaints. Alive, well, and kicking.
Dope.
Excited to be a part of the conversation tonight.
That's all you can ask for. Absolutely. That's all you can ask for. Bino, what's up with it?
What's up, y'all? What's up with it? What's
How you
up?
been, bro?
Shit, living the Black Panther dream, man. Making my ancestors proud.
Said one
You
black power
know?
fist at a time. You heard me.
Yeah, you know.
Heard
You
it.
know.
I'm with it. Last but not least, CJ, what's up, Brody?
What up?
How's everything?
Boy, I ain't living a Black Panther dream. I'm living the American dream. I don't know what the fuck that is. But yeah, I'm living that one. I'm living it.
I feel like that sometimes, big dog. You heard me. You gotta take it how it come. So we're gonna get straight into our actual show this evening, man. Like I said, we got some great things lined up. We do apologize for the short delay. Like I said, my internet decided to have a mind of its own. But we're gonna thug it. We always find a way, right?
Right.
Damn right. Now, before we start this conversation, I'm gonna do a little different. Y'all know I normally start my shows with statistics, but this time around, I want to frame the conversation first, and we're gonna have it. So, to all the audiences watching, the next maybe 4 to 5 shows are gonna be themed the same way. So, the thing we're shooting for this time is delusion versus ignorance. We're gonna tackle some of the biggest topics coming to the Black community, and tonight's topic will be dating. But the next few shows are going to all follow the same format of delusion versus ignorance. Now, before we have this convo, though, we got to define both of them words, right? So let's get a working definition so we all on the same page. So the frame of this convo moving forward, I need y'all to keep in mind, delusion is a person having a strong or unreasonable belief that are out of touch with reality. So an example of that would be, I know, but I just don't give a fuck. And again, keep in mind, delusion is a person having a strong or unreasonable belief and is out of touch with reality. Ignorance. Ignorance is lacking knowledge, education, or awareness. So an example of that is, oh shit, I ain't know. Now, before we go any further, everybody good? Delusion and
Yes.
ignorance, right? So based on that definition and the way y'all hear it used either in YouTube or your real life, do you think we misuse them definitions? Or do you think people
Yes.
know what they talking about when they say you delusional or ignorant?
Yes.
Who said yes? Empress?
Empress.
Okay. Do you think we use them correctly? Why or why not?
The term delusion is used loosely, but I think what most
Mm-hmm.
people don't even realize there is more cognitive dissonance than delusion, where
Okay.
they think they know what's going on, but in all actuality, they have a distorted reality. So, in their distortion of reality is what makes them delusional. They're unable to separate the two, to see the truth. And whereas though ignorance is lack of knowledge, and it's not used as much as it needs to be used. People lack a
Mm,
lot of experience
that's fair. So do you
in
think
anything
that
healthy.
as an opposed to losing delusion enough, do you think we don't use ignorance enough in
Yeah,
conversation?
ignorance isn't used enough. It's not acknowledged enough that a person may be ignorant, like having no knowledge of. Like we're speaking in terms of the Black man and the Black woman, and the separation between the two is that they can't
Mhm.
find common ground. And the reason based behind the common ground is because of their cognitive dissonance, which makes them delusional. They're ignorant to the fact that they're out of touch of reality.
Ooh, I like that a lot. You start cooking early.
Yeah,
Huh?
I like that. I agree.
Respect.
Oh,
Before we
she
go,
cooking. She done started it. Let her cook.
yeah,
Let her cook.
she cooking. But before we get
Yeah,
any
she
further than
cooking.
that, I do
I
want
agree with
to
that, but at
welcome.
the same time, it's displayed. She said it's what, but it's displayed more. Ignorance is
Because
displayed more than talked about,
but
but
they
it's
don't
displayed.
understand, because they don't understand they're out of touch with reality. They don't even understand that what they're seeing is not real because it's so widespread. If a lot of people do a bad thing, it makes that bad thing good. Because everybody's
That's
doing
right.
it.
That's why you have people that are called bandwagons. They jump on it.
But our
Come with
bandwagon
it.
been hitched so long ago that we don't even know we're hopped on a bandwagon that don't even belong to us in the first place. It's makeshift.
Come on now. Come
At
with it.
all.
Okay.
Come with it.
Okay. So based
We're
on
actually they're
everyone,
following the ways of the ignorant before us, basically. Therefore,
right?
they're
So
living in a delusion that
So
they don't even know is a delusion, cognitive dissonance.
all right, let's slow them down. Slow them down. We ain't
so
gonna
the
take them
pet
too fast, too soon. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Let me bring in a little bit of order before we go any further. Ari, how are you? How was your day?
I'm well. My day is going well.
Dope, dope,
Yeah.
dope. Good to hear it. Now let's walk down your role, Empress and Janetta, of ignorance being more prevalent. So based on you all's logic of thinking, if we're saying that more people are accepting the degenerate behavior and the ignorance, you think that will lend more to it being delusional because they are aware, they just don't give a fuck? Or y'all saying that they're not aware because their reality isn't real?
They're not aware because their reality isn't real.
Yeah, I think it's a
so
little bit.
basically, go ahead, baby.
Oh no, I was just about this. I was agreeing with Empress, but I feel like it's a little bit of two, of both of them. Like I feel like it's so
Yeah.
distorted that it's now a delusion because they know, but instead of doing a like better or like going against the grain, they rather sit in the delusion.
I concur. It could be a two-way street. So I concur on that. It can be played as a two-way part. And it can be a two-way street depending on the situation, depending on what is dealt in the situation. So it definitely can be a two-way street. It's a two
But
street.
as a collective, they just lost.
As a
Yeah.
canal, as a
As a
collective,
collective, they
it
just
is there.
lost.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's fair. I don't have any pushback now. I think y'all clarified the questions I did have. Let me go to the fellas. When it comes to delusion and ignorance, let's start with Bino. Which one do you think is more prevalent in the world today? Do you think people are more delusional or ignorant when it comes to dating?
I can't say people in this. I can say women when it comes to black man and black women dating. I think women are more delusional and men are more ignorant. Men don't understand women for the most part. They ignorant to the emotions of a woman, the mentality of a woman. We say women are not logic, but all humans are logic. We just don't understand their logic. So is we more ignorant to them, but women are delusional as fuck. Women are, I know that I don't look good enough to get motherfucking Michael B. Jordan, but I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna try to get Michael B. Jordan. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like women are more delusional compared to men being ignorant. And I think that's where the disconnect for both happens.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair. Let's go with CJ. You think there's more delusion or ignorance in the world today when it comes to dating or just period?
I'm gonna say more delusion in the world in general. Just
Okay.
just period. I feel like there's way more. There's way more. Obviously, I'm quick to say a lot of women are a little delulu about a lot of things, but there's men that be delusional as hell about the type of woman that they claim they want or feel like a woman needs to be. But at the end of the day, not every woman's gonna be that way or act that way or carry
period.
herself that way. They can name 10 things, and that girl's not gonna have all those 10 things. And then, or he'll claim, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that," and you're really not that guy. So they be in their own delusion sometimes. So I feel like both like Bino already kind of covered the whole entire part for the women, but for the guys, yeah, I feel like they know different half the time.
Okay. I like
Can
that.
I retract real quick before you go further? I gotta retract. Niggas be delusional too. Because
There you go.
niggas be
Yes, they
5'5",
do.
bad as fuck trying to pull goddamn Ari and shit. So yeah, niggas be delusional and shit too. My fault.
Yeah, you get it, Vito. You get
It,
it.
it's another two-streeter once again, because the same way you just said, the women that feel like they can pull Michael B and they're not on that level, it be men that feel they
I
can
don't
Yeah,
pull
know,
a
it's
but
Halle
a
I
Berry
don't feel
and they
like.
ain't on that level.
Can
That's
I say
not
something? I don't feel
delusional.
like that's being delusional though. That's just having
That's just
confidence. You
and having
know,
a big
that's just
imagination.
confidence. If you feel like you can pull this person, it's all about confidence too. Because when you walk in the room, like energy pulls. So when you walk in the room, if you got confidence, you can be
Mhm.
looking a mess. But if your confidence on the beam, it's going to attract people.
All right, I got a question for you, Ari. Stay there with
Hmm.
me.
Boy, I was about to kill that term confidence
No, she
because
good.
I
She
hate
good.
hearing that being
She
bounced
good.
with the
She
word
good.
delusional.
Let's walk it
I don't
down.
like
Let's
that.
walk it down. Do you think that confidence can turn into delusion if your confidence doesn't get you the results?
Yeah. Oh,
Nigga, you knew
No,
exactly where I was gonna go with it.
because it is again, it's all about perspectives too. So and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you know, like I said, if she feel like she could pull Michael B. Jordan, it don't always gotta be about, the physical and things like that. It could be your energy and things of that such. And people will be looking like, well, why he with this person or why she with that? They don't even, go together or look right together. But it's about within, what's going on within. And like I said, when your confidence is on the beam, you pull whoever you want.
Right. But let's say you have the confidence, but you don't get the results. Would that then be deemed delusion if your confidence doesn't show? Like, if let's say you're confident in going out into the world, you're trying to find a partner. If you can't get the results from said confidence, you think that's delusional or no? You think that's still
No,
confidence with
because
no
it's
results?
a reason that you didn't get it. Y'all somewhere wasn't vibrating on the same frequency.
Okay.
You are who
oh, I like that.
you are who you attract. So a lot. That's why I tell people too: be careful about talking about your mate in a bad way, because there's a reason you attracted that person.
Okay.
When when you look into yourself, your soul, or whatever
Yeah.
it
It
may be,
sure
it's a
is.
reason that you brung that person into your life.
Sure
And
is. Y'all
that's
was
So I
in the
why
got
same
you are
alignment.
so angry about what he or she is doing, because y'all are y'all don't have
It's
space
a
for each
mirror.
other. Exactly, is a
It's a
mirror.
mirror.
Yep.
okay. So I got another question. Back to the original prompt, Ari. Do you think that the world is more delusional or ignorant?
More so ignorant,
Why you say that?
because I just don't like to use the word delusional. I don't. I
I
don't know
agree
why I
with
just
her.
don't like you. I don't like using that word for the simple fact that you may call me delusional. Somebody may think, "Oh, she being delusional," but you don't know what my thought process of why I'm doing this or what I'm thinking about when I'm doing this. It's
Because
always
reality is
two sides.
subjective.
Exactly.
Reality is
Reality.
subjective.
Exactly. And your
Is it?
reality may not be my reality, and what you thinking is delusional, it may be something totally different. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I got
And
a
vice
question
versa.
that because I saw that in the chat. Y'all really think that reality is objective to the person viewing it? Y'all believe that for real?
To the person living it.
The
To the
person
person
living
living
it.
it? Y'all think that
It's
that's
all one collective reality. We get that.
uh-huh.
You got his story, her story, they story, my story, but it's all the
And us
story because
story.
it all goes into the big story.
Exactly.
So when a person, like, it does take a certain level of delusion to achieve your dreams, because your imagination is your things that you vision, that you see with your eyes that nobody else can see. So it takes
Mm-hmm.
a certain level of you still being able to see your tunnel vision. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody else not going to see your vision. So to another person, you may be delusional, but the way you moving about, an ignorant person will, look at you like, what the hell? Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
delusional. You're
Yeah.
crazy. But a person that's awakened, a person that has some type of knowledge could say, oh, I see where you're going with this. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I get this. I see where you're going with this. And they might not
Yeah.
be able to see it in the detail that you see it in your brain, that another ignorant person may call it delusional. But yeah, it's reality is definitely subjective. The way I see the world isn't the way, the person in the apartment next to me views the world, lives out and goes out into this world on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
And
if
that's like
the
you
real
said, because of the lack of knowledge.
The lack of knowledge. Right?
all right,
Uh-huh.
so let's go with this premise. Let's walk down this road. Let's say in your reality you want a result that you can't get. How is that viewed in the rest of the world though? Y'all don't think that's delusional? If you have a thought in your mind and a result you want to achieve, call it confidence manifestation. Do y'all think that if you don't get said result, that that's delusion? Like, what
It's
would
called
you
try
call that?
again. It's
I'm
called
about to
try
say because
again.
what
No,
I
no,
was about to say, you
I got a
probably just
simpler,
didn't get
I
there
got a
yet.
simpler, I got a simple analogy. If you go into the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff, regardless of what you believe, your reality is if you jump off that bitch, you ain't gonna fly. Your ass is going down.
That's stupidity. That's not delusion.
I mean,
Okay.
if we want to start breaking down the words
Ah.
tit for tat, we can. But at the same time, I'm just comparing it. I'm just comparing it to this relationship shit that we talking about. Like your perception could be your reality, but it's millions of other people that live in this world. So if only your perception is only your reality, you're not living in reality.
It's
You're
about
living in
coexisting as
what
well
you think
too.
is your reality
Yeah, it's
or
about
your perception.
coexisting and being able to merge your world with another person's world because the world doesn't just revolve around you. You have to learn how to
Exactly,
enter.
exactly,
Yeah, you have to
exactly.
learn how to enter into his space as he has to learn how to enter into my space so that we can coexist together. How can we both live in each other worlds to make our own world? Like relationships are big on coexisting because we could take the I don't care if it's a relationship with your parents, your sister, or a romantic relationship. On some level, everybody there has three totally different realities that they go out to. But where do we come together to bring all of our worlds into one world where we all can coexist and be together as one? Because the first law of any law is the oneness. The first
And
law of any law is the oneness. So we have to find ways as living beings. Let's separate the male and the female as living beings to be able to merge and coexist collectively together.
Yeah, right, right. But then that changes what you think because now you got to coexist your mind with somebody else's mind. So going on your initial premise of just what you think is your reality, no, no, that's not reality. That's just your perception of what reality is for you.
My man called me
But
delusional about 4 times a week.
but once you go into coexisting with somebody, yeah, that changes the conversation. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like if we just talk
And
about
it's all about self-acceptance too, because when he calls me delusional, I'm able to say, I don't like at the end of the day, I don't care.
Uh-huh. Or you already
I was
know
about to
who.
say
ooh,
now you about to make the you about
But
Like
she about to give us the
you hurt
smoke.
yourself
She about
right
to give
there,
us she
right
about to
there.
give us juice. We know,
Listen,
Sonic.
so
We gonna
but
take it light.
listen,
We gonna take it light.
I ain't hurt
Hey man,
myself.
I
I'm
was
just
over
saying
here
he
like
said it to me.
Empress is over
What you
here
think?
cooking, and then she made that statement
Listen,
on
that's
behalf of
not
her man. I'm like,
yes,
damn,
he
girl.
says that. I'm gonna tell you why. So we are chilling. We have a healthy, we're building and working and learning to have a healthy relationship. So the way
All
I
in
was
one.
coming off to him was like Claire Huxtable. He said, "You're delusional. You think this the Cosbys." I said, "Don't mess up my fantasy." That's a healthy marriage, a healthy relationship. They did good. She was a good wife. That was a good man. If I
y'all
feel
raised
like
them
we
Yeah.
in the
babies.
Cosbys right now, play. You better be Cliff.
Right, but they ain't saying in the show. That's the thing. That's in the show. They ain't show Cliff putting them pills in the white girl's joints. You
But
feel
that
me?
wasn't him. That was
But
Bill Cosby. That wasn't Cliff Huxtable.
he wanted
We're
his
speaking on
pudding pop.
character.
I'm about
Uh-huh.
to
He
say
wanted that
now.
pudding
We're
pop.
speaking on Cliff Huxtable, not Bill
They did-
Cosby as the person. We're
man,
speaking on
we
the
are
character
going
portrayed.
I know.
everywhere off the
I was
rails.
kind of
I love it.
bullshitting, but I think they the same person on the low. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, though.
I
Y'all go
mean,
ahead.
it was
Yeah, that's
just,
funny.
growing up, a lot of us didn't have examples of healthy relationships.
True.
Facts.
And with Claire Huxtable being a poster mom for me, a poster wife for me, like a phenomenal woman for me. When I find myself in my authentic divine feminine energy that I sit in, I often feel like I look like her on the TV show.
Hey, you know
So
what? I'm not trying to guide us off strategy, but to Impress point, I think a Huxtables fucked a lot of us up because that was literally 1% of a black family. You know what I'm saying? So when they
it helped
showing this,
me.
it's definitely inspiring, but I think it really fucked us up once we got into like he said, like that's why her boyfriend saying what he's saying. You feel what I'm saying? Because now
But
we
he
done
still
inspired.
chilled in a moment and smiled. Like
Yeah,
that's his
for
only
sure. It was
representation of a healthy family.
Okay,
for
hold on,
sure.
hold
But
on. Let's level set it. Let's level set it real quick. So, Empress, based on your perception of reality, can you agree that there's a good delusion and a bad delusion?
Yes, great. Yes, it's a healthy delusion and it's a really low vibrational delusion.
Yes.
Okay,
I could go with
okay.
that.
As long as we can
Yeah.
get that level set, then we cool.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
level
Yeah,
set.
disagree.
We
it's
good then.
Yeah,
definitely
We
it's
good
and
then.
definitely
All
healthy
again,
right,
too.
to be
we
It
honest, I
good
takes a
then.
did.
healthy imagination. It takes a
Yeah,
healthy imagination to live a healthy life.
right.
But a
A
And I
bad
healthy
think
imagination will
imagination
leave you out here
with
delusional. A bad
Delusion
There
is
you go.
imagination
bliss.
will make you delusional. Like you're
Look at
seeing
There you
things that
go.
can't even possibly exist at all. Not in this reality, not in no reality. But you're trying to make me believe that people that are delusional gaslight themselves.
And then it
on
will
a
branch
daily
off of that
basis.
that
And they live
toxicity.
and it grows because
Toxic life.
toxicity can't do anything but die more. It doesn't
Come on
grow.
now.
Nothing grows from toxicity. It just gets
Come
deeper
on
and
now.
deeper and deeper into the low vibrational energy fields.
They,
However, a person with a healthy ego that's trying to live in divine energy and be healthy, it takes a lot of imagination. But that's the difference between low vibrational imagination, which is
and high
delusion,
vibration.
and high vibrational,
Uh-huh.
imagination, which is like visionary, enlightenment. And it actually can manifest into the physical life because it's still reality. It's just the way you view the reality that is actually real. It's like you coloring in a coloring book. The picture is there. It's just it has no color in it. So it takes your imagination to pick the crayons and color this coloring book the way you see it. But that does not mean the image there is not real. Although the same picture could be in the next book for the next person. They'd be the same pictures, two different colors, but it's still the same picture.
I like it. I
Do you
like it. I
think?
like it a lot. Let's go to Bino, and then we're gonna get
No, no,
to
no.
some of
Army,
the chats.
no, Army. I was gonna ask her a question, but we ain't gonna keep. We ain't gonna. I was just gonna say. I think women do that whole more manifestation thing more. You know what I'm
It's
saying? I
really
think
just prayer.
you know what I'm saying.
Prayer
Yeah,
with
it is.
action.
But even with that said, because then we getting into now we if we dive into what you saying, now we gonna be starting breaking down all these different religions and spiritual beliefs.
No, we
So
don't
I'm
have
just
to.
we don't have
It's
to,
just the
right?
oneness. Yeah, it's
But
just the oneness.
but to be fair, because we talk. See, when we do this show, we talk to the audience, not each other, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got a whole audience of people who don't even believe in spirituality, period. So I wanna like include them in the conversation to a sense of like all in all, I think women more so, no matter what you believe in, how you pray, what you call manifestation, if you call it prayer, if you call it vice versa. I think women more so. I think this is where the disconnect I was talking about earlier when I first opened the statement. I think this is where the disconnect because that's why more men call women delusional than women call men delusional because it's like while you manifesting and praying, we really like working towards where we
That's
need to
how it's
go.
supposed to be. That's called the
You feel what I'm
balance.
saying? You feel what I'm
That's the
saying? So,
balance.
but it's not a balance today. It's a disconnect.
It's just a misunderstanding
So where
between
we
the two
at?
people not coexisting in both of their worlds.
It's still a disconnect, no matter how you put it. It's a disconnect.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, let's pause
No,
that for
that's
now. Put
going
a
back
pin in
to
it.
perspective.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that for now. We're gonna get to our comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS, man. We just opening up. Again, we are already at the point where we define delusion and ignorance. We've all identified it as such and how we see it as the world. So we're gonna get to these comments real quick, and then we'll go to our first question in the video. Rose, what up with it? She said, good evening. Good evening. What's up, Rose? Shout out to the This Might Be Risky Discord. Make sure y'all join, man. A lot of cool, dope people out there. Sneak in the building. What's up, Sneak? She said, hey, what's up, J. Ali? What up, J.
Hey
Ali? How you
guys.
doing? Yeah, we already tackled Taiwan question. What is reality or perception is one's reality, right? So I think we touched on that. Jamal Parker, what's up with it, Brody? Said beautiful people. Now I'm gonna hold some of these
That hurt.
questions to the end. What up? What
You
up with
must
it,
be
Hurt?
talking about dumb. Ain't nothing beautiful about me. You must be talking about dumb.
That threw me off. I was like, I'm just gonna, yeah,
Let it
nah.
rock. Yeah, shout out to Hurt. He said, my fat ass next time. Goddamn Bino, she's closed mouths don't get fed, and we can make it if we try.
Okay.
Hurt stupid.
Okay, Hurt.
That daggone hurt.
You know what it is. Shout out to Block in the building. Y'all spitting tonight. Swear to God. Feed me. I love it. Pause. So shout out to Rita. She's always in the building. Hand claps. That's probably for Empress cooking up early in the show. Jay Ali said, Bino dressed like he going to a Cameron video shoot, man.
I'm crying.
He ain't
I'm
got
not a
enough pink
baddie
on.
tonight. I'm not a baddie tonight, Jay Ali. I'm a bully tonight. I'm a bully tonight.
Yeah,
Brothers
shout out to
united, living
Block,
life in
though.
equality, by not the bad bully. It means brothers united, living life in equality, people.
That's what it is. Shout out to Nick Nash, man. He put the eyes in the chat, man. Oh, who else we got in the
Cuzzo.
building? So DC, what up with it though?
What up, DC?
Yeah, we got DC in the building. Jaquel, shout out to him. Thank you. Prayer with action. I
Well,
like that. I like that. I like that. All right, so we caught up on that, y'all. Let's get to our first video for the night. We're gonna get to our questions. So to let the panelists know, the way the show is gonna go tonight, all of my questions will be themed around whether one side is delusional or ignorant, right? And so based on the question in the video, it's going to be your job to decide whether you think in a scenario we talking about when it comes to dating, whether the person is delusional, meaning they know and they don't give a fuck, or is the other side ignorant, We all know that the show is going to be about balance, right? But in order to make sure that we have this balance, we have to be able to identify where we falling short. Everybody on the same page? We good?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So let's get into our first video, and then we'll get to our first question. So again, keep in mind, in all of these clips, there will be someone that's delusional or someone that's ignorant. It's your job to try to point out which and why.
And then again, it's interesting because there's another interesting observation in terms of when women decide to settle down, right? Because women don't often want to settle down at the peak of their sexual options and value. Women are seen as most valuable, let's say at 23 or 24 or whatever. When they're most valuable and they're most beautiful and they have the most options and the most Instagram DMs and the most invites, they don't want to settle down. They want to go to Dubai. They want to go to Hong Kong. They want to go to Miami. They want to run around. They want to have all this fun. They want to party. And then they get to 30 and there's a new generation of girls getting all the options. And now they start saying, well, you know what? I want a serious man. Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do. The Instagram's dry. Of course you want fucking serious
Obviously, we're
man.
generalizing here. There are people that do.
Of course, and I am generalizing, but you have to make a generalized point.
All right, so that's the video. Keep the video in mind. And this is a question I want to answer based off of that video. So keep in mind, you can either respond to the video or actually respond to the question. So the question I have for you all is, who's more out of touch? Black men thinking they can date younger and more attractive, or black women thinking they can wait until their 30s to settle down? Who's more out of touch? So in this scenario, who's more delusional? Black men thinking they can date younger and more attractive women, or black women thinking they can wait until 30s until they settle down? We're gonna go round robin. Let's start with Bino. Who's more out of touch? The black man for dating younger, or the black woman for waiting later to settle?
Who's more out of touch?
Yes.
I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna actually go with the black man dating down.
Why so?
Because when you get to an older age and you dating down, 9 times out of 10, if you bag that younger woman, it's because of your essentials that you got. Maybe that's a home, maybe that's money, maybe shit like that. It ain't because she genuinely like your ass. Like, and I'm generalizing my answer just like he generalized his answer. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't really agree with what he said with the 23, 24. Like, there's women in their 30s and 40s still getting crazy DMs. Like, that shit don't stop shit. You know what I'm saying? But the black man thinking he can get 50 and go pull the 25-year-old and she's gonna like him like she would have liked him if he was 25, it's out of touch, my nigga. Like, it's because of what you got and that you can take care of her. You stop that shit, your ass is done. She's done with you. She's going back to her age range. In a nutshell, I don't have my answers. Don't be long. Let them people go.
I like it. Ari, you still with us?
I'm here.
All right. So here's a question. Who do you think is more out of touch? The black man for dating younger and more attractive, or the black woman for thinking she could wait until her 30s to settle down? Who's more out of touch?
The black man.
Why so?
Because I just feel like, to kind of piggyback off of Bino, you going down to that younger female for a reason. You're going down there for a reason, whether it is, and then you're trying to wire with your money or whatever the case is, and then she's only possibly with you for what you could do. As far as the women, waiting a date, I like the idea of waiting.
Why so?
Having fun in your 20s, not settling down too fast. Because a lot of times when I see women try to settle down early 20s or get married and things like that, you don't exactly know what you want by then, and neither one of y'all are finished growing and developing. So by the time you get into your 30s and y'all are totally different, have totally different mindsets, now y'all are starting to break up or go separate ways because you're learning yourself more and you finally learning that maybe this wasn't what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think is a good sweet spot for a woman to settle down?
In her 30s.
30s.
30s is fine. And 20s, date. Find yourself. Learn different men and what you might like or what you might want.
And also for the audience, what do you mean by settle down?
As what I mean by settling down is taking somebody more serious or getting into a longer committed relationship. I'm not saying that don't do it in your 20s, but I find that we learn what we want more once we get in our 30s.
So when you say committed relationship, are you talking marriage when you say settle down?
Yes,
Okay,
marriage,
perfect.
yeah, committed,
Okay, cool.
committed, and you not messing with nobody else. I'm not messing with anyone else. We're
Got
committed
you.
to
Basically not jumping on every Dick, Tom, and Harry. You saying put
yeah,
that away to the side.
yes, but in
Stop
20s,
your dick hopping. That's what she's saying.
learn what
Okay,
you.
Yeah.
tenfold.
Mhm.
Let's
I know
go
I
with
ain't gonna lie though. Before you go for, I ain't gonna lie. That video, I think he won't. I don't think he know about the black people. You know, he was a YP. So when them women be in their 30s, 40s, hell yeah, they shit get dry because they face look dry. But that's another thing. But go ahead.
That's
I'm weak.
hilarious.
I am weak.
You stupid as hell. Empress, you still with
He
us?
is.
Yeah, I'm still with y'all.
All right. So based off the question, who do you think is more out of touch? The black man for dating younger and more attractive women, or the black woman for thinking she can wait until the 30s to settle down? Who's more out of touch?
I think the black man is more out of touch when he decides to date a younger woman
Why so?
because he's going to be out of touch with her reality once he get into it. I was 25, married to a 46-year-old. In the beginning, I mean, of course, it came with stability, which people my age at that time wasn't looking for, and that's what I was looking for. I was looking to be quote unquote domesticated. I wanted to cook. I wanted to learn how to clean. I wanted to do things that housewife things, you know. I wanted to settle. I wanted to slow my pace and settle down into my womanhood, and that's the only way I knew how. And he was older. He was able to provide that for me. But as we progress with time, as I continue to grow, older but younger, and he's getting older and older, it became a big generational relative disconnect where I no longer related to him and he no longer related to me, and he preferred I stay where I was at the level that he met me, because my growth required him to grow, and the main reason he was dating a younger woman is because he did not want to grow. But when I first was dating him, I would not have known that because I didn't have that type of experience or knowledge to know that. But as I grew more into my womanhood, I realized, oh, arrested development, like he's in a stagnant state in his life. And dating younger women requires him to just stay comfortable in his comfort zone. So the older I got, the more we disconnected. So the thought alone of thinking you're going to date a younger woman and she's going to stay the age she is when you met her, that's like delusional. And as far as most women waiting until they're in their 30s to settle, that's kind of honestly like normal, because that's when women don't even reach womanhood until their 30s. That's when they come more into themselves, into their femininity, into who they are as a woman, to where so they can even know what they want to pick now. We don't come from a society that's built on, we come from a society of fornication, let's just keep it a being, single parent households and stuff like that. So we never even seen what we don't even know what trauma is in our 20s, because we're still acquiring trauma. You understand what I'm saying? So it takes a lot of time to even go through certain awakenings in life to say, you know what, I do just want this and nothing else. So, you know, like I said, it got weird dating an older man while I was younger, because as I'm younger, I'm getting older. I want to experience more of life, where he just wants to just be.
Okay.
So then
I
again,
can see
basically
that.
with that, piggybacking off her, that does piggyback off of experiences, like you said, your traumatic experiences that you had to learn from and grow from and come from with your age wise, this age range. And then also with the question of the saying about the dating down younger, I agree with that, what you said too, because that's like two different generationals. You know, that's two different generations coming. You're like a 70s generation coming down to like a 80s, 90s you know, so that's two different generational things.
Right.
And then so that's like then it breaks it down to different levels that come with that generational thing, such as, like you say, mentally, spiritually, physically. Like y'all mentality is gonna change somewhere along the line with that mentally, spiritually, and physically, because my mental state now in my 20s is definitely not gonna be how your mental state is in your 40s. My emotional state right now, I'm like, I'm good. You may be more sensitive, and I may be more like, you know, my G, and you may be more on your sensitive prone. So emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that's definitely gonna be a different level because of your imbalance of the age range, which hits that generational thing. And then that branches off again sexually. Come on, you want to keep it real. Let's keep it real. Sexually is gonna play for sexually too, because You maybe want to be that wild, spontaneous play bunny, and they may be like, "Oh, I'm one and done. I'm ready to go to bed." Like, nigga, come on now, you know. So it plays a role around the being all the way around with them, you know, with down and down, because it just takes a toll and effect all the way around if you really want to keep it a band. So hey, you got to pick your cards and choose wisely when you're doing what you're doing, my brother and my sister.
And I just
Okay.
want to, you know, piggyback off of that too, because Empress was able to kind of explain what I was kind of getting at, as far as like, you know, we not mentally, we not there yet, or how it is. So once we get into those coming years and get older, it kind of our mindset change.
Okay.
Right, because for one, we're not even stable for real at that age. Like, so
Mentally,
being
emotionally,
now,
none
like
of that.
now is where we're finding, like y'all said, the stability, when we're finding out what we like, what we don't like. Because I remember at 18, I couldn't fathom being married. Like a routine, I gotta do this. I like, you know, so it's
We're just
like,
getting free.
yeah, exactly. Just getting free. It's that freedom. So like once you slow down, you are in your 30s, I feel like you're more articulate, like more not articulate, but more like just you know exactly what you want. Like you pinpointed it more. Like you know? Like so yeah.
Okay.
You know more of yourself by that time.
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go.
Let's go with CJ. Who do you think is more out of touch? The black men thinking they can date younger and more attractive women, or the black woman thinking she can wait until she's 30 to settle down?
Who's more out of touch? Like,
Yeah.
who's delusional to thinking their odds of that scenario is
Yes.
highly likely?
Yes.
That black woman.
Why so?
Well, if we look at the black man dating someone younger, more attractive, in most cases, it's always an older guy dating a younger woman. And odds are she's just naturally more attractive because she's been less beat up by the world anyway. So his odds are a lot higher than her settling down with the man that she actually wants in her 30s.
Okay.
Example, in high school, how many of us, girls you can answer to, knew a girl in that school that was dating a nigga that was a grown ass man that was out there in that parking lot waiting on her?
That was me.
Exactly. So there's one example on the panel
That's
to
me.
justify that statement.
That was me.
I don't know. I just knew that Bino was going to join that black woman thing, but when he said his statement, I understood. But I knew I wasn't going to pick that shit because the first thing came to mind was the high school part. And the fact that it said women settling in their 30s, first off, for women to settle in their 30s, he got to be worth settling. So if they get in their 30s and they ready to settle, what if all the niggas in her age bracket in those 30s ain't worth a damn? Because sometimes the dudes ain't even prepping ready. That's why there's this older guy where he probably ain't ready for you right now. His 30s, he's probably ready in his 40s, but shit, he want a younger girl. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you want to settle in your 30s, you ain't about to settle for no younger boy, are you?
No.
No.
I mean, so
Odds
that
are
means
you want you an older man anyway.
Yeah.
So no, that's crazy to think that
better than
if we comparing these two, the odds are the one that's more delusional is the woman settling in her 30s. There's key words in Jay's fucking questions that y'all got to pay attention to, and it's the word settling. That settle part, a woman settling in her 30s. Who's she settling for though?
Her peer or older.
Who?
I think
Because if you say a man, if you say a man in his 30s, what odds are higher? A older man getting a younger woman, or a woman in her 30s settling, which means marriage, right? Am I correct for that? Saying marriage?
Yeah.
Which one's more likely to happen? That older man getting that younger woman.
Whoa. Bring it in. We're gonna go Saudi, Bino, and then Big Mama. All right. Saudi, what you got?
Yeah, I feel like wait, repeat the question one more time just to make
The
sure I got it
question
right.
is, which one's more likely to really happen? The woman actually settling for a man that she wants in her 30s, or that older man getting him a younger woman? a younger, attractive woman. I think that was the entire statement.
So honestly, what I feel like is more likely to happen, I do feel like it's more likely to happen that the older man is going to find a younger girl, but it's not impossible. And
No. All I need is an answer, not a but, not a scenario. Next person. Next person.
That's what it is.
He said
But
next.
Okay.
it just may take longer. So
Okay. Let's go with Bino and then Big Mama.
The
y'all had
more
something to say.
the more that likely that's gonna happen, the woman in her 30s is gonna get settled with somebody before an older nigga bag a young girl. Cause all the majority of these old niggas that bag the young girls got it, bro. Like they on a different level of lifestyle than your average old nigga. Your average old ass nigga not about to pull no young girl that walk every day in life. It's gonna be a top tier ass.
But what do we consider old ass niggas though? Because
and then let me say this. Hold on, and let me say this. Let's make sure when we say young and older, we ain't just talking about 7 years minus. Let's do 10 up, because that's what we really talking about.
Because I said 40s. I said a nigga in his 40s, and when we said younger, somebody in the early 20s. That's the age I gave.
The nigga in his your average fucking everyday, I don't know, construction working 40-year-old ain't about to bag no fine ass 23, 24-year-old, bro.
That's crazy work. That's
I'm talking about not compared to the woman that settles in her 30s, that nigga that'll take her in her 30s and settle with her. I'm saying compare. I'm not saying you nigga can't, but compare. A woman in her 30s is gonna be able to find a nigga to settle with her before just any old older ass 10+ ass nigga get the bag a young joint walking up the block, my dog. It be niggas that be living a different lifestyle, that they be their A range, that be bagging them young joints. And we can't even talk about college and high school because everybody's still young. We talking about an old nigga, not an older nigga. An old nigga compared to a young girl.
I take that back because I thought we was talking about 40s. 40s.
That's not older man. That's
man, that statement, that nigga's question, y'all over here recreating the question. The question was an older man and a younger, attractive woman. I gave an age bracket for just an older man. I ain't even put him in his 30s because I'm 32. So I said a nigga in his 40s and a younger woman. So she got to be straight out of high school or like just about to touch college. So like early 20s. The fact I even gave a scenario, she literally said she was in a situation like that from high school. So it's just like she was already a prime example. I literally could name a first and last name of about 11 girls from Bertie County that literally did that. Man. So you can't sit here and tell me that that's not more likely to happen than a woman in her 30s settling.
We don't do no name dropping, but I'm calling.
I'm not doing name dropping. I'm just saying. This whole time that they was talking, I literally was able to think of more girls that I went to school with that literally did this than women that's around my age right now settling. There's more niggas I know my age that are in relationships that are married than women that are around my age that are married or even in relationships. So to say that is crazy to me.
Well, I see them niggas be able to come out that pocket on command that be bagging them young joints.
Yes, they do.
That's what I see. I don't see. And she was 20-something years old, wanting to cook, wanting to clean. Man, these fucking 22, 3-year-old girls ain't walking around like Empress, wanting to cook and clean. So don't even compare her back in that scenario.
I can't cook. I can't clean. I can't.
You tried that, CJ. You know that's a one-off for a 22-year-old girl.
No, it's not. I'm literally going off the question. Literally going off the question, you know.
That shit ain't last long.
One at a time.
And then after that, she said that shit ain't last long. She said that shit ain't last long.
We ain't caring about how long it lasts, Bino. The question. Y'all over here trying to give me time frames. Y'all trying to give me separate scenarios. All this other shit. We going literally off this question. What is more likely to happen? The one that's more likely to happen, I don't care what y'all saying, is an old ass nigga or older man snatching a young girl. Because all he got to do is throw some money at her or convince her that I want you. All them young girls, you trying to tell me young girls ain't never said I like older men? You telling me they niggas ain't said that shit? But a girl in her 30s, you think if a nigga try to shoot a shot, she just like, oh, I ain't just settling for anything. Those two statements don't be said by women. You kidding me?
And it be said by men as well.
Take that breath so I can respond, please.
Hold on, let's
So you see how you threw in that money part? You see how you slipped that in there? You can't even slip that in on me. Cause he thought. Now how many older niggas got money to throw?
They don't. They really
Okay,
don't.
thank you.
They
Thank
don't.
you.
But
Not
I
to
just
He
tell
want
me
to,
slipped that.
I
He
that.
just
tried
want
to
to say
slip that in
something,
there.
and y'all
He
can
tried to
have
slip
it.
that in there.
One at
He
a
tried to
time.
slip
Let them
that in there
finish.
on us, y'all.
Hold on,
Go ahead,
y'all. We gotta
Saudi. I'm
let
done.
people
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Respect.
And the only reason why I even said what I
Oh God.
said too is because out of me and my friends, so that's like 6 out of 6, only one, we all in our 30s, only one is married.
Okay. That's a fair point. Now we're gonna go Big Mama and then Empress. And then I want to get we're gonna go Big Mama, Empress, and then Ari, because she's been listening in. So Big Mama, what you want to add based on what CJ's laying on the table? CJ is giving pushback. He thinks that it's more likely for a black man to date a younger woman that's more in touch than a black woman settling down in her 30s. What do you think
Let
based on the
out.
Yeah,
back and
and,
forth?
yeah, and he went in. You know, I could dig him going in on that. And
Mhm.
everybody got their own valid points and their own valid opinions, which I do respect. But
Right.
with me, I'm coming forward with the two-way. I'm gonna stand ground on, once again, a two-streeter is a both preference. I feel like it's preference. Once again, in the situation, it's a preference.
Hold
I
on,
feel
Big
like,
Mama.
once again, it's a preference because of the ways it can be. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right,
Come
because you
back. No,
gave
no, no,
your
no, no,
opinion
no,
and no
no,
You
no,
can't. You
mine.
no.
picking a.
I'm not
You
saying
gotta.
you're
You gotta
wrong.
pick a side. It
Hold on.
sounds like you really
I got
telling
it,
us that
CJ.
both is an
I got it,
option.
CJ. Yeah. So on this show, because there can always be it depends, it's a preference. Which side do you think would get the outcome better? Which side do you think gets the better outcome? A man looking for a younger woman or a black woman trying to settle down a 30-year-old? What's up, little one? What's going on,
I'm
youngie?
about to say, hey, fat mama.
What's going on?
Ow.
Hey, sweetheart.
Oh man. Yeah.
So
So
which one you think is more likely?
It's my turn.
Big
mm,
Mama.
Oh.
She had to
the
pick a side.
yeah. Now that is more so side of pit. That jump, I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave this one because my point is where I stand. I really can't pick no side on this one because I'm just how I feel is really how I feel on. So I
I
really can't.
respect it. I
Yeah. So
respect it. I respect it. Like you said, it's been a good pushback on both sides. I think both sides had fair points. Let's get Empress in there, and then we'll get Ari to see whether the back and forth changed or swayed her opinion.
Now,
So what you
CJ,
think, Empress?
and CJ, we was 50. I feel like we can pull a young bitch, but that's another, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that's a different story. But I even in my 50s,
I'm
I got
sorry.
an
I'm sorry.
age
I'm
limit,
sorry.
man. I
I'm
don't
sorry. I'm
care.
sorry. No, I'm bullshit. I'm just bullshitting around. I
You
like
good?
comedic relief sometimes. It's a comedic relief.
Why do
Young
I feel like the black
female,
man is more out of
young
touch?
female, please.
Why I feel like the black man is more out of touch. The reason I feel that way is because once it's time to really settle down, in the comfort zone that he finds himself at is his older man age. Is not going to be the comfort zone that she remains at because she's young and still evolving and growing. Therefore, your reality of what your future might look like with this woman is not going to be the reality from when you approached this woman and was with this woman. She still has time to grow and get ahead of herself, and the things she might grow into might not be. It might conflict issues. It might conflict issues, and she may not look at you the same as she gets older because the things that allowed her to pick you when she was younger are not going to be the same reasons why she stays with you when she get older.
Okay.
clearly, so goes back to my point. So I am right.
No,
It's a
you can't say
two-way.
that, Big Mama. You was in the
Man,
fence. You was
no,
on
you
the fence.
can't come back
Nah.
after
I was
Nah, you
about
somebody
to
can't
say,
do
said
you
No,
that.
something,
she
side
worded
right.
it
hoe.
differently.
She
Yeah.
You couldn't speak English,
You
so she had to
side
speak
hopping.
Chinese,
Nah,
and
we
now
ain't
you
doing
want to
that.
respond
We'll
in
let you cut
Korean
her
and
off,
say
Janetta.
I'm
Nah, we're not
right
doing that,
because she's
Janetta.
right.
uh,
No,
We're not going for that shit
but she
tonight.
pinpointed it back.
Okay,
Empress
I
so
picked.
respect.
She
that's your
picked
side.
up.
That's your
Empress
side,
I
still
Janetta.
picked.
respect.
That's your side, though, Janetta. You going with that? That the man's
Yeah.
more out of touch. Okay, I like it. Let's get Ari in there. Ari, based on the back and forth you heard, has it changed your opinion? Do you still think that the black man is still out of touch more?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So to not belabor the point, I'm gonna get to the comments and gonna get to our next video in question. Again, man, y'all doing a great job. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube page of SPS, man. We definitely cooking tonight. Let's get into some more of these comments, man. Y'all got the comments going up tonight, yo. Good job.
Yes. Love
Good
it. Love
job.
it.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm gonna try to pick out some that actually speaks to the conversations. So y'all gotta give me a second because there's a lot of comments going on.
Yeah, I
So
know Kelsey had said something, and I think the ladies had already
I
mentioned that.
got
So go
her.
ahead.
Yeah, I got her
Yeah.
comment too. Jolly said, yeah, You would need that pink meat to get in baddie mode. She was talking to Bino.
I got
Let's
that next
see.
week. I got that for next week.
Let me find a good one. So Blanco made a good point. He said, not downplaying the men theory because it is also delusion as well, if we're being honest, but the woman outweighs in this battle. So Blanco does agree that the woman we want to touch. He also followed up with, I don't think men down age because of financial reasons. I believe we more so do it for the more physical, moral, and not to mention the sexual reasons. Shout out to Tiffany.
I think he meant like physical morality.
Right. Shout out to Tiffany. She said, settling down is getting to know someone with the intention of working towards a forever commitment to each other in marriage. Sometimes it doesn't work, but that's my definition. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. I think y'all got Sneak confused. She like, I don't know what answer to give. Shout out to Yasmin. Yeah, shout out to Yasmin. She said Empress is on fire. She's spitting. She definitely been cooking.
Yeah.
Let's see what's up.
Should have known.
Shout out to Kelsey. Let's see what she say. Kelsey said, okay, young girl here. I had to hop on this podcast. What's up, Kelsey? Make sure you when the stream is over, make sure you go over to YouTube, subscribe and become a member of the SPS podcast. All right, let's see. We got Cece in the building. What's going on? I think she just saying she here. We see you in the building. Hayes, shout out to Clarine Hayes. She said she agreed with you, Bino. So, Cena got a point. Now, Cece, on the other hand, after tapping in, she said that she think that CJ is right this time. So
I know that's right. Ah, damn. I'll take my one follower.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all.
I don't care. I love any support.
Yeah, you gotta take the wins how they come, bro. You know how they
Hey,
go.
bro, make sure you read Kelsey. Make sure you read some more Kelsey comments. Her shit.
Let me go back down. Let me go back down and find it. Give me 1 second. Now, this one is, I think, when you talking about Bino. She said, young girl got more hustle than most older young. Is that when you talking about Bino?
Yeah,
oh, no, it's probably the one before that. It's the one.
Yeah, it's one before that. Yeah.
She said, older men chasing younger girls because women their age chasing men with money more than us. That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
That's my second supporter then.
It's a fair assessment, but I think they go into what like Empress has said, and I think you've already said like, see, and when you young, that don't matter. But as you grow and get older, it's gonna matter to you as an older woman just as much as it matters to women that's older than you already, right? And I had said this before, like it's way easier. You get way more out of women when they're younger. Niggas get their way when they're young because women don't require a lot when they're young. But as they get older, they require more. So if a man don't grow, that's how he get left behind and end up chasing younger women because he knows they don't cry as much as the women our age. Which their requirements is not far-fetched. Nigga, be a man. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to piss niggas off, but that's really what they be asking. Them young girls don't require it as much because life that's not as serious to them right now. But to younger niggas don't take women serious when they're young. Young niggas don't take women when we serious when we young because it ain't that serious to us yet.
Okay, that makes sense. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's get to our next video and our next question. So this one, we're going to go into the rejection of the average man. So we're going to play out this delusion. We're going to see what y'all thoughts are. But first we'll get the video, then I'll ask my question.
I feel like this one.
And then again, it's interesting because there's another interesting observation in terms of when women decide to settle down, right? Because women don't often want to settle down at the peak of their...
No, that's not the one. We already watched that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, I've talked to lots of young men around the world about how they might make themselves more attractive on the friendship and career and dating front. And that usually has to do with telling them that, well, they have to subject themselves to that harsh judgment. And if all the women are rejecting them, either because they're too timid to put themselves forward, or they don't have anything truly to offer, which is something like productive, stable, wise, judicious generosity in the highest order, why would they expect a woman to make herself vulnerable, especially on the childbearing front, to them? And so if everyone is telling you that you don't live up to the necessary standard, well, then you can demolish the standards or you can put yourself together. And One of the things that's been really heartening, they say something like, I decided to start being authentic and tell the truth, and I decided to adopt some responsibility and to grow up, and all of a sudden everything's better and the problems I had are going away.
All right, shout out to Jordan Peterson. So, the question I got for you all, are Black women delusional for rejecting average men, or are Black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman? One more time. Are Black women delusional for rejecting average men, or are Black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman? Let's start with Saudi first this time.
I think it's the Black man. I feel like most of the time when a man get in a relationship, and especially like a long relationship, they get complacent. So they stop wanting to do certain things. They stop wanting to change. They stop wanting to learn. So I feel like it's the Black man.
Okay. Let's go with Big Mama. Are Black women more delusional for rejecting the average man, or are Black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman?
The Black man that is ignorant on what it takes to keep a quality woman, because the ignorance is a lack of knowledge, and lack of knowledge, it's still stemming off of what did you do to get her, and whatever that you did to get her, what does it take to keep her? You can't just bring one thing to the table and think that was your initiation on saying, boom, I got her, but you're not compelled to continue to do the things to keep her, or compelled to continue to do the things to put in the work to make it work for the relationship. So for your lack of knowledge of the things that, you don't know, and you're not doing to put in for the relationship to make it go further, then I would basically say on what the lack of knowledge of what it takes to keep a good woman. But if you knew she was a good woman from the start, you knew what it was when you got her. You knew that. So if you knew what it was when you got her, you knew what you're going to be enduring to actually keep her on the rocks, and what you should do to keep her. You see what I'm saying? So, and if that's your ignorance on not to try to do that, or if that's your ignorance on not trying to do whatever you got to do to try to keep that good woman, and you know that's a good woman, then that's on you, my brother.
Okay, I like it. Let's go with CJ. Are Black women delusional for rejecting the average man, or are Black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman?
Can I go last, please?
I'll skip you for now. That's fine. Empress, what you think?
I
Are
think
Black women delusional?
rejecting the average man.
Say it again.
I think Black women are delusional for rejecting the average man.
Okay, tell me more.
I think a lot of women lack depth when it comes to what can come out. A lot of women don't understand that you are the strength, you are the backbone, and your power is going to power his house. So if you feel like, oh, he's a regular dangler, but you don't feel within yourself, you have the energy or the strength to cultivate, grow. Like if you don't carry that energy, that womanly energy to grow things, then that speaks volumes on you. So if you need a well put together, already made man, that speaks volumes on you, because what is there to build? And women like to build. We like to create. We like to put puzzles together. We like pieces. Now, an ignorant man is just that, ignorant. With knowledge, he can grow. The more he knows, the more he grows. It's just a lot of men who don't have no idea what the term emotional intelligence means, spiritual intelligence means, self-awareness, self-mastery. Although I'm a woman living in that power, he's going to follow suit because it's high vibrational, and high vibrational is just as addictive, if not more potent, than low vibrational energy. Although in the beginning it may scare him off, but when they get that time, what men do, and they sit alone by themselves and they use their mind to think back and reflect and say, damn, she was right. And then they follow suit on their own. Like that's like the term, no woman can change a man, only a man can change himself when he's given the proper examples and the proper, the positive feminine energy to hold on to. Say, you know what? I do want to be a better version of myself. I am worthy. I do deserve. I can do this. Because sometimes within them is that cowardness. And the only reason some men suffer with cowardness is because they have a closed heart chakra. And the word courage comes from the heart, meaning brave. They may be brave in a physical sense, just not in an emotional sense, only because they've been taught they don't have to be. So when they're shown a positive, healthy way on
living in their emotions and coming into their purpose, they adapt easily. Us being women, we grow men. So
Oh,
to look
girl,
at a man and
girl,
say,
girl.
to reject a man
Oh,
because he's regular degular and he's not painted and glorified in the means that you want, shows your shallowness and how you can't bring nothing to the table for him, because you want him to have the house, the table, the living room, the dining room, the bedrooms, and everything in between before you say, you know what, I'm gonna pick him. But what does he need you for? He might as well have 2, 3, 4 of you. If you're only there and making yourself only there for a service because he needs you for nothing else, because he has everything already, and the one that you could have built with, where y'all could have had together, where he actually appreciate and be grateful for your input into his life and show it
mhm,
and grow it
mhm,
together,
mhm,
it comes a
mhm.
synergy. Two energies mixing make a synergy, not a woman feeding off a man energy and not feeding off of it because she think he regular degular. Because what happens is they go for the ones who they think are above average, get dick down, get their feelings hurt, get
Yeah.
sent away, and then try to find them. I just want a regular guy. I just want somebody that
But
goes to work
M,
and
Oh my
comes
M,
God.
home.
Let her
what
finish.
M?
Let her land it. Let her land it
Or
first.
I'm
Let her
gonna let
land it.
that's just it.
You
So
good?
I picked the black woman being delusional for rejecting the average man.
Perfect. Let's go with Saudi. You got some pushback
Well,
for her?
maybe I
What you
just need
got?
to ask her on the back channel. I'm just curious because I'm near with you. But what do you do when, like, how much do you have built? Like,
What you mean? If it's not
No,
working and it's not aligning with you no more, you let go.
please,
Because
no, we can't
anything
do
that's
this.
for you will come back
Please,
to
oh
you.
God,
Everything
Jesus.
does not need to grow in the same pot.
Shut up,
Sometimes
Bino.
things got to get
what?
uprooted and put
No,
into
like, I'm
another pot and come back
curious.
together.
Okay.
I'm all about growth.
I like it.
No,
Let's
There
go
you
because
with
go.
I'm all the way there, but it just be like,
If
damn,
it's no
like,
good for you, it's no good for you. You
yeah.
just don't deal with it.
I just
If it's
wanted to hear
something
that
that's
part.
not
Okay.
conducive, it's not conducing anything, then you leave it alone. So it's no use in pressing and forcing anything. That's people probably like to force things instead of going with the universal flow of life. When you try to put a cog in a wheel, you mess that wheel of fortune up for everybody, even yourself. So you have to let men grow. You have to let them come into themselves. You can't dictate. You can't run. You can't switch their logic and make it your intuition and make your intuition make sense to their logic. No, it all has to come together in a flow. But the only way to
You're
let them come into their flow is to let them go.
Okay.
Gotta
and you're
go be
exactly
free.
right.
I
I
like
You're
it.
guess.
I like
exactly
it.
I
right.
always,
I
and
agree.
that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
She said that's so
All,
bad.
all them little lambs and the farm girl.
Hey, hey,
That's
hey,
it.
hey, 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 hey. Since the
Eh,
chat ain't
eh,
gonna say nothing, goddamn it. Let's move on. See, am I next?
no,
No, we got
let her
No,
Ari,
cook.
then
Ari.
you,
Let her
Bino.
cook.
It's
Y'all
Ari.
go, man.
We
Y'all
got
go,
Ari,
man.
then Bino.
Ari.
What you got, Ari? So the question on the table is, are black women delusional for rejecting average men, or are black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman?
At first I was going with black men is, ignorant for doing what it takes to keep a quality woman. But I kind of agree with Empress. I'm going with, her perspective and what she thought about it.
Okay, why so?
I just feel as though, because like I said, at first I felt as though they was ignorant for that, but at the same time, sometimes we go for people that might have more and that's not average, but it doesn't always work out. We get dick down, get our feelings hurt, or sometimes we looking at what they have in the physical and then they mind, they could be mentally draining.
Ooh,
Okay.
girl. Oh
They
God.
draining
Mm,
from now who
honey.
got this, they got that, but not a lot of times them type of men is coming with controlling attitudes, or I mean,
Mm.
from my experience, they're coming with controlling attitudes, they coming unhealed, and they think because they have this and that's supposed to, be ordering to the table. And me, I would rather date somebody who is average but coming healed,
That's fair. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
and we
I
can
like
build
that.
from there.
Let's go with Bino. Great answer, Ari. Let's go with Bino. Are
All
black
the
women
all the women
delusional?
have. Go ahead, bro.
Say what? Yeah, are black women delusional for rejecting average men, or are black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman?
All the women had great answers, especially Empress. Let me first say that Empress, you had an awesome answer. A lot of things I ain't agree with, but a lot of things I did. For the purpose of your answer, I agree. But we'll talk. We're gonna have had all conversations on a lot of things you said. But anyway, uh, yes, I agree with the women. Hey, and your message is dangerous too, because see, you understand what your message was, but a lot of these women hear your message, they still want to get it and use that shit to victimize themselves or
And that's
weaponize good niggas. But that's a different
mhm.
conversation. But that's why I say I agree. We gotta chop it up. We gotta do a whole show on Empress Vibe because a lot. Shit. Anyway, Stratton, you know what I mean, though. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Why
I
I
got
say
you.
I agree, but I didn't agree with. All right, boom. Anyway, but to answer the question, I agree with Empress. I agree with Harvey and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Women are more delusional for rejecting the average man because of the second part of your question. Because majority of these women ain't quality,
Mm.
and they ain't quality for a lot of the things Empress said, because they don't even understand a lot about themselves as women past the flesh of a woman, but the spiritual of the women. But I agree with some things. That's one of the things I did agree with. Half these women, modern women, ain't quality. So
That's
they
why
can
we out here having these talks so
so
they can grow. We
so
can't
so
focus on
so
negative.
so they surface level thinkers. Surface level. Oh, as long as we ain't gonna get into it. And I'm not trying to play black. I'm not trying to play women in general, right? I'm just saying like they crazy for thinking just because they look better that they are above average. Because how many women are saying they're above average because of their looks, their health, their career, their independence? You know what I'm saying? Their feminine. You know what I'm saying? That's power. You know what I'm saying? Embrace their soft. How many women can say that's a quality of a woman? Believe that man should follow God and they follow right after. How many women believe in that?
Me?
You know what I'm saying? So it
Okay.
ain't that. So quality. When we talk about quality based on your question, we talking to the average mindset where everybody thinking, and everybody thinking fat ass, maybe a decent job. That's what everybody thinking when you say quality. When you ask that question,
Mm, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go with CJ. Last but not least, brother. What we doing? Are women more delusional for rejecting the average men, or are black men ignorant on how much it takes to attract and keep a quality woman?
First things first, about 85 to 90% of what Empress said, valid. Like Bino, she definitely said a few things that my eyebrow almost came off my shades, but for the most part, she
yeah,
was
for the
on it.
most,
She was on it. She was on it.
yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm not even going. I might need to join. I ain't even going to try to double down on her stuff, but I am just going to add in. It's it's definitely black women being delusion and rejecting average men, and the main reason of all of it is the delusion of options. Motherfuckers think they got so many options when they really don't. And then by the time they drop these three average good niggas and try to go get these special options they thought they had, them special options dog them out, toss them to the curb, and they try to go back to those dudes that they dropped, and guess what? They don't want them. So, yeah, it's definitely a delusion of options.
Okay. So we got through that one pretty quick, right? I like that one. Well, anybody got anything else they want to add based off the question and everybody's answers? Anybody want to add anything before we move forward? Y'all good? Y'all still with me?
Yeah.
All right, we still here. I bet.
And we only an
Now,
hour in.
I
Damn.
know, like, this is fire. So I want to kind of spin off of one of Empress's points when she was speaking about emotional intelligence, and that's going to take us right into the next question I like to ask. So we're going to get into another video. Then we're going to have a question about emotional intelligence. As a matter of fact, because I don't want to keep doing so many videos, I think I'm gonna just go with the question, because I got videos for the next two questions. And I don't want to make this a pod to where we're constantly relying on videos, because I think y'all intelligent enough to have a conversation, right? Great perspectives, everybody. Again, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. SPS Podcast. Again, I want to thank all of our guests. We ain't going nowhere, but I just wanted to say personally, man, y'all doing a great job tonight. Like, this is some dope convo. Everybody's contributing. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all make this show what it is. So, along the lines of emotional intelligence, this is a question I got. Are black men ignorant about the emotional labor women expect in relationships? Or are black women delusional for expecting men to open up emotionally? I'm gonna ask that again. Are black men ignorant about the emotional labor women expect in relationships? Or are black women delusional for expecting men to open up emotionally? Y'all got
Black
it?
woman delusional.
All right, tell me why.
Who said that? Who said that?
Jazz Empress. I said that.
What you got?
Black
Okay.
women are delusional
Go ahead
when
and
it comes
cook.
to that. Bro, we don't come from a society where us as women are able to open up emotionally. How do you expect the men who come and go through, if not way worse than what we go through, is having emotional baggage? Because from kids, they aren't even allowed to fall off their bike and cry.
There you go.
From children, they're not allowed to
There
fall
you
off the
go.
monkey bars and break their arm and cry. So you mean to
There you
tell
go.
me he's supposed to feel your feelings when his whole life he's been told he's not allowed to feel?
And to suck
And
it
then when
up.
he do feel, he's told that, oh, that's
And
not
then
what men
suck
do.
it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I like
That's
it.
so true.
All right, so let's go. Let's do it like this
They
because
be the
Empress
mamas
is.
that do that to their own sons.
Oh shit, she's really cooking. So, does anybody
I gotta go back outside.
see
The
this
Wi-Fi is
question?
trash. Keep
Are
your
you
sister, please.
you good, love? So, is anybody on the opposite side of this question? Do anybody believe that black men are ignorant about the emotional labor women expect in relationships? Do anybody think that?
You just said, do we think it, or is just
I
one
don't
or the
think that
Is
other?
they're
that more
ignorant.
is
I
that more out of touch than the women
don't know.
expecting men to be emotional? Does anybody think that black men are more ignorant than women
I
expectations?
don't think a man wants to be ignorant.
Okay, tell me more.
We come in there
I
already
don't think he
wearing
wants to be ignorant.
a whole entire body armor suit, and we still gotta ask, how you feeling
Right. I
today?
don't think,
Like, come on now. Like, we already don't even know what's gonna happen, but we try
and
to
that's even
pre-plan.
in him to bring that out.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah,
Anybody else wanna she cooked that up. Let's go with Sonny. What you
if
think?
you don't have the tools to pull
Oh
that
wow.
armor off of him, and what I mean tools is the ability for the woman having emotional intelligence and discernment to be able to break that down within a man and see what's wrong without him having to speak, so he can feel comfortable and feel like she gets me, she knows me, she understands me.
That's it.
I feel safe talking to her.
Hey
Because
yo,
most
and
women
then
will
I
sit
swear to
and play
God,
that role and then flip it on the man.
that's what I was
Take
just
Yes.
about to
everything
say.
that he
I
was
swear to
vulnerable
God,
with
Yes.
and use that against her. Use that against him.
Empress. I was just about to
Yeah.
say, I was just about to say, even if we attempt to
It will flip
give,
the script.
They'll
because we
flip the
don't be
script.
we don't be ignorant. We don't be ignorant to it. But even if we attempt to even just meet them today on their side of their emotional shit, they flip that shit on us, bro. Try to play
That's
us
because
every
at the beginning,
time.
listen, that's because her herself is a con artist, an emotional
You hear
Right.
manipulator,
me?
a con artist.
Right.
Every woman's not like that, but the ones who, how can a man tell if this woman is safe enough to express himself with? Because she'll be able to tell you what's wrong with you without you having to tell her what's wrong with you. That means she already
Come on.
knows your secrets, and your secrets are already safe with her before you even get the opportunity to speak on your shit. She just waiting
Or
for
she
you to talk about it.
And,
or,
or either that woman
or she
intuition to pick up.
or she'll say it, or she will make it, even if it ain't wrong with you, she'll still say that's what's wrong with you
No,
and
that's a
be
sick that's an unhealthy one. That's an
and
There
be
you
unhealthy
go.
no,
one.
but they all, but it's all, it's levels to everything, but this is all in the same playing field of
Yeah,
this
it's
shit,
all
how
in
this
it.
shit
We
be
going
going.
There would be a
I'm speaking to
narcissistic
I want
person.
men to be able
You know
to
what I'm
tell the difference.
Narcissistic person.
They already know what the bad look like, but how do they know what the good is? Because most of the good gets passed along as boring when it comes to women like that. You know, we get pushed off as being boring. We're boring. You know,
boring
Right.
about
we
what?
we wanna do some healing work. We meditate. We read books. We sit at the park and sit
But
up
see,
under
that's what,
trees and shit.
that's the part I disagree, but I don't think no woman can heal no man though. That's the part where
No,
you were
but she
saying,
can
you know what
help
I'm
a
saying?
man heal himself.
I don't think
Exactly.
so. I don't think so. No. See,
She
that's
can
the
help
part I
him
said.
heal
When
himself.
you was talking earlier, that's the part that you
But
was
the
saying
key
I
word you
disagree.
said is something that you don't believe. Just because you don't believe a thing does not mean that thing is not true. A woman
No,
can
no,
help
no.
a man heal himself.
Yeah, it just because you
She
believe
can't
don't
heal
mean
him
it
at
is
all.
true.
That's God's work. That's God's work.
That's
There,
it. There you go.
exactly, exactly.
Like,
There
but
we
she
go.
can lead
That's
him.
what I'm
She
saying.
can
That's
lead
what I'm
him to
saying.
healing. She can lead
No,
him to
she
healing.
can't lead him to God. No, she can't.
No, she
Nope.
can't
He said
lead.
lead him to
Listen, she
healing.
can lead him to healing because he's going to have
There.
questions, and the questions that he's going to have is only going to be able to come through God. So either way it
Right.
goes, it always go back to the one law of the whole of existence, the oneness of the creation. It all has to go back to source. So if a
It
if a
does.
man wants his
But as
heart
long
open,
as he got willingness, as long as he willing and he have willingness, excuse my bullshit, I'm sorry, boss. But as long as he have willingness, along with what Empress said, if that willingness comes along and fall back with that willingness of want to, then it can be made possible. Bino, it can be made
No, but
possible for
this
change.
ain't the point of this topic today, so I ain't gonna get into it. But we can always go and back chat and do this shit all night long. But so no, but I know what y'all both said no. But let's just continue.
All right, no, you good, bro. We got some time. You got space.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
play the
I'm
floor.
speaking for myself, and I deal with trenchmen on the daily basis
Mm.
throughout my whole life. And these is men from the straight of the trenches, right? And my spirit wakes their spirit up, and they begin to see themselves. The more self-aware you become, the more aware you become of God, because the
There
more
you go,
questions you
along with
ask.
your willingness. So it's true.
It's all
I
about.
mean, I can't.
That's what life is about.
I feel
Willingness.
it.
Your willingness to get back to where you came from, where your
Period.
soul's purpose. That's the whole questions that all men got. What am I here for? What is my purpose? What is it? The only way to find them
See,
answers is to get to
And
God.
see me
And
purposely.
the easiest way to
And
get
you
to
might
God
be,
is
you
through a
know
woman.
what? You might be right. When you see certain things you say that leads me into agree, but then there be certain little things. To me, it was like it's turned me off. Like the last little part, you say you might lead him to God, but once he get to God, he gonna realize his purpose is bigger than woman. So to me, the reason why what I was saying disagree. Women can never do all that for men because our purpose is beyond y'all.
But our purpose
Y'all
was created to
like
keep y'all on y'all path. Our
no,
purpose as women was created to
y'all
keep
was
y'all
here
on
for
the
a
path.
reward from being on our path. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the womb of the man woman. So it's like, it's a whole different topic. So it's like, to me, man needs to find God before he can, a woman can't lead man to God, in my mind. But at the same time, you said things different way. I said, yeah, he can lead him to God. But once he get to God, he gonna realize his purpose is bigger than woman. You know what I'm
But he's
saying? So,
also going to realize how it's both of our purpose together. It's divine unions.
I
It's
mean, that's
divine
divine union
union.
once two people make a unity under God. That's
No,
now we talk about relationship. We're not just talking about every man and woman that walk this earth. No.
man and woman were created in a divine union, though. First came Adam, and then came Eve. That's the first divine union.
You say that's a divine union. I don't
Right,
see that.
and
That
Eve
wasn't a
was
divine
created
union
to
to
course
me.
correct. Eve was created to learn these spiritual
that's
mistakes and to help Adam. To
See,
learn
those
these,
are
learn this
beliefs I
shit
don't
and help
believe. That's
him.
why I say I ain't gonna get into it because those is what you believe. But I got spiritual beliefs where it go against what you just said, but it throw this whole show off. That's why I say I
yeah,
knew.
with the
That's why I
helping.
try to keep going. So that's why I said we gotta really chat about that because that's what I don't
Yeah,
agree.
we're gonna definitely
In
cook up,
my
man.
own spiritual journey, not knowledge, no book, no none of that. I don't agree. That's not how for me. It don't go like that for me.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Like I said, I like it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the SPS podcast. Like I said, this is great conversation. Trying to see where I'm gonna pivot to next. So I'm gonna shift gears one more time for us, and I got maybe two more solid questions. We're gonna get to solutions. So the next video, we're gonna speak about the difference between feminism and patriarchy, right? So I'm gonna play a video on feminism, and I'm gonna ask my question. Make sure y'all tune in.
She gets up and she says, Patrick, this is very hard for me to say this. And let me tell you why it's very hard. I said, what's that? She says, ever since in high school, I wanted to prove to men that I can beat them. So when I graduated high school and college, I opened up my salon. We do very well. I've made millions of dollars. My people and my work that work at the salon, they do very well for themselves. I drive a nice car. I have a nice house. I have money. I have millions. I don't worry about any of that stuff. You know what decision I made last night? I said, what's that? She says, I want a husband. I no longer want to compete with men. I need them. And I'm like, what? She's saying this in front of 2,000 people with her sister sitting right next to her. Wow. And now she's getting emotional. How many 65-year-old women do we have to hear saying that I marched with the feminist movement and I bought into the fact that men are the enemy? I've never been married. I'm alone and I'm miserable and I wish I would have never bought into that philosophy.
Okay, before I ask the question, what y'all think about the video? That was a powerful video. I want to get y'all thoughts on the video first. We're gonna go round robin. Let's start with Saudi, and then we're gonna make our way around the panel. What do you think about that video?
First of all, why you always gotta start with me? But I love the video because I'm one of them people like I don't know who marched, who said they wanted to be free. I never signed up for that. I know I need the black man, especially. So I fuck with the video 100%.
Okay. Janetta, what was your thoughts on the video?
I had stepped away. I ain't gonna lie.
I can respect it. No, I respect it. I respect the honesty. I respect it. CJ, what was your thoughts?
Man, for that video, that was her decision. She, when you make decisions like that, you gotta own up to whatever you might miss out on in the process. And if you're still trying to achieve certain things, some things it might be a lot hard for you to achieve later on in life. And for her, if she was in her mindset, oh, I'm trying to beat men, you became successful at it. But now you wanna become partners with the very thing you was going 65 years beating. No, continue beating them.
Okay. Dino, what are your thoughts on the video?
I ain't got nothing for the video.
Okay. Ari, what you think?
I didn't really pick it up.
Okay.
Like what was going on in the video.
Got you. Empress, what was your thoughts?
I think she was super delusional.
Okay.
For thinking that, standing for something that's not going to stand for you at the end.
That's a bar. That's a bar. And with that, we're going to go into the question. Now, here's a question. Okay. No, I'm not going to ask that one. Who's more out of touch? Black men for blaming feminism or black women blaming patriarchy for dating problems? Who's more out of touch? Black men for blaming feminism or black women for blaming patriarchy for dating problems? We're going to go backwards this time. Empress, who's more out of touch?
I think they both more out of touch because
they
they both
pick
conflict
one.
each
Pick
other.
one. Pick a side.
It's hard to just pick a side because black men blaming feminism and black women blaming patriarchy is the same thing. Like it's just basically blame. And blaming itself is just unhealthy. To point fingers at anything else and not look at the three fingers pointing back at yourself. The only reason a person blames somebody for anything is because it's things inside them that is unhealed and they are unwilling to fix. And they want people to compromise with their bullshit. And they're not willing to do it. So they point fingers to make a complaint. Like that lady, she did all those years complaining about men, hating men, only to really finally admit to herself, I need them. She knew that the whole time. She just wanted to blame somebody for the things she wasn't willing to fix within those years she was marching within herself. So now since she finally okay with sitting with herself, she's able to say and be honest and true with herself that I wanted the man this whole time.
Okay. Let's go with Ari. Who's more out of touch? Black men for blaming feminism or black women blaming patriarchy for dating problems?
Come back to me.
Okay. Bino, who's more out of touch? Black men for blaming feminism or black women blaming patriarchy for dating problems?
All right, listen, man. I'm pretty smart, right? I'm pretty into it.
Yeah.
But I ain't really got I don't that shit. Look, I ain't really got into deep all this feminism shit. What the fuck is feminism? What the fuck? What's the problem with feminism?
I got you. Let me level set it for anybody else answers. So let's do it. I got y'all.
Okay.
So the idea of feminism, the first wave of feminism was, it might be either the first, because there's like maybe 5 waves of feminism that most people don't know. So the first few waves of feminism, this is what it did. Back in the day, women couldn't vote. They didn't have rights to pay, and they weren't able to get into the workforce. So those are what you call the suffragettes. Those are the women that were back in the day trying to get women the rights to vote, right? So that happened.
Okay.
Women got the right to vote. Then they got equal pay. Then it kind of transformed in like your 5th wave of feminism. And
so all them being able to do the same shit we can do makes them feminism.
Right, that's feminism. Now, patriarchy is the idea that
shit.
Right. Now, patriarchy is the idea that, and this is mainly shared by women, but the idea that the world we live in is ran and ruled by men. and in men ruling, it oppresses women.
The more out of touch is blaming page blah blah blah. Blaming
Say
that
it again.
shit.
Blaming patriarchy.
He said, say it again. Yeah, blaming patriarchy, bro, is more out of touch, bro.
Okay. Okay. I
Like
like
if
that.
you got women running around saying the problem with dating issues is because men run the world, and that's the problem with them. So they supposed to be, are they feminists? Are they considered
Yeah,
feminists? Women that say
technically, women that think of the world in patriarchy, most of them are mainly feminist.
that? That shit's so fucking stupid, man.
That's why I said it's all
It,
just
it, it, it-
blame. People just pointing fingers because they messed up in the inside and don't want to fix it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit's so damn
A bunch of
stupid,
other
man.
people
I'm damn. I'm
just
like
like
impressed
them.
now. I'm like
I don't
impressed, bro.
It's
understand.
Both
all
of that
silly.
shit stupid,
Just
bro.
a bunch
Both
of
that shit
people.
stupid. Yeah, both that shit stupid. Shit hurt motherfuckers.
Because I say like I
I,
just going back and forth with somebody about this too, like because I know how to fix toilets, I know how to change motor oil, like I know how to do a lot of stuff that they would say men is supposed to do in a household. Everything. I'll be nailing my blinds up and stuff, and somebody was just telling me like, you can't do that, like you're not being feminine, like that's a male's job. And I'm like, no, like it really doesn't matter anymore. Like
That's
because
called
you
being
might know how
capable.
to do something that I don't know how to do, that people might think that is a gender role, as this is what a female's supposed to do. But I'm not gonna like blame you for not knowing how to do what a male know how to do if I know how to do it. And it's okay if you know how to do something that you might think a woman's supposed to do that I may know how to do. Long as we're existing in our household, coexisting, and it's working for us, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, because they be trying to play like a nigga, like you don't know how to fix a toilet, you a man. I'm sorry we was born in a generation where toilets we ain't had to fix them motherfuckers. People came to fix them.
But I
No,
we
remember,
had a
like
thing
I said,
called
so
a
don't even
plumber.
worry about it, huh? Let me do it. I done fixed the toilet. I done snaked my pipes. I done did everything. Poured the
I'm
drain.
just saying, but listen, I'm gonna keep
Cool.
going deeper because you're right, right? You're right though. I'm sorry that we know how to change tires, but it's a lot of niggas that had AAA since they was born. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So it's like both this shit stupid. And guess what? There's a lot of women that can't cook worth a lick.
my
You feel
man
what I'm
could do
saying?
laundry better than me.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
women who don't know how to do laundry. A lot of women who can't clean a house better than a man. So what I'm saying, so my thing is know how you know your role as a man, know how to do that shit, right? And if you need to fill in the gap with your lady, fill it in. Hey, if you got a lady that might know how to switch a tire,
Yeah,
my
it's
nigga,
balance.
stop trying to have a
Balance,
pissing
right?
contest with her. You don't fucking
Right.
know. Let her fix the goddamn tire. Baby, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this shit, because if
I
not, it
think
turns into
anybody
this
that think
dumbass
about
shit. It
feminism or
turns into this dumbass shit.
patriarchy,
You're exactly
yeah.
right.
We're
Because
modern than a
Now we just hate each
motherfucker,
other.
man.
That's a bunch.
We're modern, man. It is what it is, a modern ass thing. We don't know how to do a lot of shit. Both of our counterparts knew how to do back in the day, women and men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
but
Like, this
mhm.
shit's stupid,
But
Okay.
it's a lot of stuff that has been a lot of our genders nowadays in this generation. Our genders are I don't know if it's the proper word to say it, unisexed, meaning like you said of swift. I may not be using the proper word, but what I am saying is as if you just said things that men are said only to do and women are only to do. They're flip flop, they're swap. Men could be on now are cooking shows. They may cook better than women. Women are driving trucks. It was back in the day, as you said, we didn't see back in the day no women driving no 18-wheeler trucks. But here you
Yeah,
come,
all of
this
the
whole
construct
generation, women
around
be
gender
working the
is
bit.
falling. All those towers is
Huh?
falling on what a woman or a man is supposed to do. All those constructs
Yeah,
are falling. All praise to the Most High that they are, though, because they need not exist. I think whatever your
there you go.
capabilities are, do what you're capable of doing and be
Do
who
what
you
you could
capable
capable
of
of
being,
doing.
and work with your partner how you work with your partner. You got some
There you
relationships
go.
where, and this is not no to sound weird, you got some masculine feminines. I mean, some masculine feminists and feminine masculines who are living and
There you
coexisting
go.
in homes together. Where so
Uh-huh.
the dad do more of the nurturing, caring work for the house, and the mom got more of the muscle. She do more of the
There you
planning. She
go.
does more of the things, but it works for them. Whereas those some relationships might be other flip flop. But to come up with the term feminism and patriarchy, that was all for separation. It was all for separation. It was all just to break the household
Absolutely,
down.
Empress.
No union.
And this question right here just reminds me is nobody wins when a family feuds. You know what I'm saying? This is a
Right.
family
That's exactly
feud
what.
thing that nobody wins. The women not going to win, and we not going to win. This is a losing battle for both counterparts, and we keep doing this
Yeah.
patriarchy and feminist shit. Nobody ain't gonna win when the family feud. This is making a family
It's no
feud
love.
right here.
It's
This
like
shit.
in both of those things is
You know
no
what I'm
love.
saying?
In both of those
Yeah, ain't no
things is
love
no
in
love
there.
for the opposite sex. None of
Yeah,
this is
man.
vibrating from a place of love in either one of them, feminism
None
or
of it.
patriarchy.
Patriarchy.
Love
None
is
of it.
absent in both of them.
I like
Yep.
it. I
Absent in
like
both.
it.
And they're all for self-aggrandizement, just to make themselves feel better.
So
Yeah,
they
they do
cancel
kind of
each other
cancel each
out.
other. That is a
They
stalemate.
definitely
You're
do.
right.
Right.
It is
Right,
definitely a
Capo.
stalemate.
Right. That's what I was saying. That shit cancels each other. And nobody wins. We both died.
Okay.
Yeah, that shit's over. It's not. That's toxic. That's not even a relationship. That's us
So
beefing.
everybody,
Because I'm a
so
man
I'm
and you're
everybody's
a
sorry,
in
woman.
y'all.
agreement.
My
So
phone
we.
had died, but I
Oh no,
also
you're
was
fine.
gonna say, to me, that's also what I consider, what I look at when I hear people say 50-50, going to 50-50 in a household. To piggyback off what I was talking about before, because it's not always financially either. 50-50 is you what you could do, I can't, or vice versa.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like it. Anybody else want to add to this question before we move on to the last question for this evening? All right. So we got one more question. We get into solutions because, like I said, here at the SPS, we don't leave y'all with problems. We talk through them, but we definitely working them to a solution, right?
Nigga, it's only been
So
an hour and 30.
I know y'all
That's what's
cooked it up
up.
quick, brother. Y'all cooked it up quick. Like I said, a very concise panel, man. Y'all are well thought out, well articulated, and it shows. Like I said, I would much rather spend another hour and a half, 2 hours talking about the solutions to these things than us just rattling off problem after problem. So I love it. I love it. It makes more time for solutions. So here's our last video for this evening. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna get y'all thoughts, and then we're gonna go and pivot from the problems, identifying the problems, to solution. Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Sherry Shepherd, and I'm about to go into a debate with men who are supposedly going to tell me why I can't find a black man. Why I can't find a black man. Why I can't find a black man.
Do you think it's hard for successful black women to find a man?
Is the sky blue? Is the sky blue? Is the sky blue? Yeah, it's hard. I don't think my standards are too high. I don't think I'm asking for anything that's too out of the realm of reality. I would like a man that I can come home at night and say, ha, sit in your arms and you tell me it's going to be okay. I would like a man that'll wash my wig. If you see my wig is dirty, can you wash my wig? If you see my wig is dirty, can you wash my wig? If you see my wig is dirty, can you wash my wig? Can you take the cornrows out of my hair? Can you take the cornrows out of my hair? Why I can't find a black man? 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 If you see my wig is dirty, can you wash my wig? If you see my wig is dirty, can you wash my wig? Can you take the cornrows out of my hair? Can you take the cornrows out of my hair? Why I can't find a black man? Why I can't find a black man? Why I can't find a black man? Why
I've never seen a black man wash a wig in a relationship before in my life.
Was that compliments of you, DJ Strider? Because everything was
No.
like 3 times.
No, that
Why
was
I
not me.
can't
That
find
was
a
the
black
way that
man?
video. That's the way that video
Right.
played out.
Everything.
Don't you put
Why
it
I
on
can't
me,
find a
Ricky
black
Bobby.
man? Because you ain't
I
with
thought
me.
it was just compliments of you.
Nah, that was not me
Wash
remixing
your
that.
own
I can
wig.
DJ, but nah, I don't DJ like that. That is
Bro,
hilarious.
wash your wig is crazy.
Why he can't take her cornrows out? Like what? I'm not asking a man to sit there and take my hair out for me. That's
Man, and
weird.
was she asking about herself, like who she is as a person in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
that's who she
trash
is in
for
real
real.
life,
She
though.
trash box. Her whole
Yeah,
energy is
because
trash
niggas don't
box.
want no goofy ass black girl like her, bro. White
She
dudes
think
don't
that
like
she a
shit like
master
that.
in the
She
house.
goofy as hell.
Yeah, oh master. She think that she
CJ,
running
you
shit.
need a wig to wash.
Nah, I'm good.
There are
See,
Hell
no.
I
nah.
got
My bad. I was reading the
I got
question.
an
Hell
announcement.
nah.
I'm gonna hold that for a later show, but I do have an announcement. Speaking of wigs, we'll get into that later. The question I want to pose to you all though is: are black women delusional for believing there's a shortage of good black men, or are black men ignorant about why so many women feel that way? So are the women delusional for thinking there's a shortage of good black men, or are the black men ignorant about why women feel that way? Let's go with Saudi.
What was the question?
Are black women delusional for believing there's a shortage of good black men? Or are black men ignorant about why women feel that way?
I don't know, because I don't think it's a shortage of black men. That's good. So
So you think the women are delusional when they say that?
yeah.
Why?
Just because it's basically what we've been saying all night. Like the standards, not being able to put ourselves in those situations. Sometimes we are like, we don't want the above, we want the above average man instead of the average man. So I feel like those could be some of the situations.
Okay, gotcha. CJ, what side you on? Black women delusional for believing there's a shortage of good black men, or are black men ignorant to why women feel that way?
Say that again.
Are black women delusional for believing there's a shortage of good black men, or are black men ignorant about why women feel that way?
I think black women are delusional as hell. I feel like there's a shortage of good black men.
Okay, why you say that?
They do way too many girls trips or solo trips and run into probably great ass men. That don't mean they about to get them. So nah, they just delusional as hell. That's all that is.
Okay, let's go with Janetta. Are black women delusional for thinking there's a shortage of black men, or are black men ignorant about why women feel that way?
Lord, I'm another Strata, but I gotta pick. Okay.
Yes.
I guess I go with the black man being ignorant on why they feel that way. As far
Why
as
you say that?
feeling that there's a shortage. So that means the black man is ignorant on why they feel there's a shortage of women.
No, why the black men think there's a shortage of why are the black men ignorant to the way women feel? So if black women think that there's a shortage of black men are ignorant to why women feel that way. That's what you think?
Maybe it's because of the fact that falling in like mindset. Maybe their mindset, they're ignorant to the fact of that because their mindset, that's how their mind has been set and geared. And they've been doing it for so long. When you do something for so long, like a routine, it becomes, like a part. So maybe you've been doing your little player thing for so long, and you've been on the street of just not being capable of being a good man, trying to be a good man, or whatever, that you feel as if that your behavior is what it should be. Your behavior is where it's supposed to be, which is not being justified for, but you feel like that's what it is because you've been doing that all your life. You've been, all your life. So now you feel like all these other women that you come in contact with, or women that you come in contact with, feel like you shouldn't treat them better, or that's all you've been capable of, treating them X, Y, and Z type of way. You don't know no other way to treat them. So maybe I feel like it's ignorant to the fact that you're not learning to come up out of your behavior. It's ignorant to the fact that you're not trying to improve your behavior, to learn your unknown thoughts of, your toxic behavior. So of having a good woman.
Understood. I like it. Bino, what you think? Are black women delusional for believing there's a shortage of good black men, or are black men ignorant about why so many women feel that way?
Can I ask the women a question?
Sure.
Can they give me like a couple things of what they define as a good man?
All right, let's
Because
start with.
Boy, I know
want to
that's
speak.
right.
I don't want to speak on my good first, so I want to.
Okay, understood. Got you. Let's go, Ari. What are some characteristics of a good black man?
Emotionally, intellect, that's for sure.
Okay.
Non-toxic.
A provisionary.
Okay. Empress, what you got? Characteristics of a good black man. Give me 4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
He's secure in his faith.
Okay.
He believes in himself.
Mm-hmm.
He believes in cause and effect.
Okay. One more.
He believes. I don't know. A good man to me altogether is a believer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
A believer.
Got it.
Loyalty,
Because the
good
ability to believe is
conversation.
the ability to succeed. But to
Okay.
go back to the question, like the delusional, the black woman delusional or the black man ignorance, like, and before I grew into who I am now, I used to feel like, it wasn't no good men out here. And then I had to learn that, wait, I wasn't as good as a woman as I thought I was.
That part.
And as I grew within
Okay.
myself and I heightened my vibration, I got aligned with a better quality of men. It's not about
That's what
good
I
or
was gonna say.
bad. It's
Yeah.
about quality, like the quality of the human on the
Okay.
inside.
All right. I like
Thank
it. I
you.
like
Thank you.
it.
Thank you,
Bino.
Empress.
Yeah,
Thank you.
now
So,
Bino, go to your point. You got it, brother.
So to Empress point, all the other ladies make a little pointers, but I think it's more women. All right, I'm gonna answer the question. So I feel like black men are more ignorant to it than to why they feel like that, right? Because I think Netta made, saying Big Mama, she made some points with this. Like, I think as men as a whole, we get caught up in, all right, boom, I pay a bill, whatever, treat her out, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Some the normal surface level shit of what good was at one time. It goes back to everything a lot of these women said in the in his pie here about how they grow. Women as a whole are representations of change. Men are representations of stability. So a lot of the age shit we talked about, a lot of shit coincides with just one one answer I'm giving right here. Why I say, that dudes might be more ignorant to it, because at 37, I can't expect to satisfy a 35-year-old woman the same way I could a 25-year-old, right? So my good to a 25, 23-year-old ain't gonna be the same good to a woman my age. That might, or not even my age, just might be in their plate, that might be in their purpose, like Empress is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, a good man, the thing she said to me now is what represent a good man. Before I could have said I thought I was a good man. I want no fucking good man. You know what I'm saying? And the women I was with weren't good women. They good to the surface level. I mean, back then they weren't good. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but they grew, I grew. We good now. You know what I'm saying? We weren't good then. You know what I'm saying? So women are delusional when it comes to a shortage. When they say it's a shortage of good men, because they not even good. But being that I'm a man, and a lot of my rebuttals go against Empress, I feel like we lead. I don't feel like women can't lead me to that shit right there. I gotta lead that shit as a man. You feel what I'm saying? To where it ain't a shortage. A woman can't do that for us. We gotta do that for ourselves. That's why our purpose, and it gotta be for us, not for them.
I like it.
Our purpose gotta be bigger than them. So it's, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I think we get more me in my mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's hard for me, because my thinking is not like, I hold us more accountable than I held myself 2 years ago or 5. I hold myself more accountable, so then I think all men hold themselves accountable, and they don't. So if I really had to answer the question for the purpose of the conversation, women are more delusional then, because they don't even realize what a good man. They don't even know what a good man is. They damn self.
They don't even know what a good person is.
So now you change your position. You think
I'm
that it's
changing
not
it
that a
as I
man is
talk.
okay.
Yeah, that's I talk, because it's like both of those. Once again, Empress, I think she can agree. His questions tonight make it where it's like I can say fuck both of them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And neither one of them is out of touch more than another. But I like to stick to our conversation.
Thank you.
But that's my level of thinking, though. So it's hard for me to answer on the surface level. So if I have to answer on the surface level, it's hard for me to answer questions.
It's
on
not
the
a surface level, because these aren't surface level questions.
So right. So if I had to answer it just on the
Definitely not.
It's not that deep, I would say women. I go with the women shit, but for different purposes.
Yeah, and most women don't even realize, like I said, that they're not good people. That they're pieces of shit. They suffer like from that princess syndrome, where they're entitled to the reality and exactly the way they want it to be, and no other way. And I'm the oldest of 6 girls.
Yeah.
I am the oldest of 6 girls. Like, all praise to the Most High that my mom had us rooted in reality, like God-based reality. But most women, because I was raised in the house how my mama raised me and my sisters, when we went outside and start interacting with other females, it was like, y'all bitches is retarded. Excuse my language. I know that's a cancel word, but that don't make sense. How in your right mind do you expect to get everything while giving nothing? How do you expect unrequited love to be requited? It don't make sense. Like, they are very delusional. And like he
Right.
said before, a man that's doing the surface level things that he
Yes.
thinks a man is supposed to do, and his reality makes him a good man until he
But
gains
yeah,
depth within himself and learns that, oh shit, this requires more. And he
Yeah.
puts more into himself before he can even give more into somebody else.
Oh,
One thing a person can't give you is what they do not have. So you can't look for depth from a shallow person, and you can't look for a person that's deep within to be a surface level dweller. It don't work like that, but it all takes a level of growth. In my past years, I thought I was good, but in my now years, I'm like, bro, you were a piece of shit.
you want as good as you are now. As you talk to the top.
Right.
Now I'm better, so now I'm better
Yeah.
quality people.
right.
Yeah,
But to
I would have
answer the
walked past
question,
the
but
men that I'm
answer his
interested in
question,
now and looked at them funny.
right. But to answer the question to talk to the audience, most people do look at good at surface level. That's why it fucked me up. Feel me, Impress? I was like, if I had to talk to how majority look at good, they don't look at good like we look at good. They look at good at surface level. So if I got to answer
Yeah.
the
Like we're
question
looking at it.
based on that,
Right.
it'll be women, because it ain't a shortage of good men based on what y'all want. Y'all want a motherfucker.
It's
It's motherfuckers
subjective.
that do
It's very
for you.
subjective.
Yeah, it's
Right.
motherfuckers that do for you, shorty, on that little surface level shit here. The motherfuckers that do that little bullshit for you, for sure. You feel what I'm saying? But so if I had to answer the question, but yeah, that shit get deep for me.
But is
Yeah,
she gonna feed your soul though? That's the question.
I got it. I think that this show y'all made it
People
so quick because the jig is up. Y'all got it. That was the whole premise of this show. I wanted to bring these very topical things into a conversation, and then when you realize that you have to pick a side, you realize how wild both sides sound. A lot of times, in our real life, it's not so much. But on YouTube, what I find is there are extreme men that have a disdain for women. There are an extreme group of women that have a disdain for men. Now, the truth is somewhere in between those, but you see how wild the conversation can go when you put one directly against another,
Yes.
how the line can get real blurry where we're not trying to actually pick a side, but when you're putting both of them side by side, you side don't stand up.
Yeah.
That's the point of this whole show. Again, we're going to do a whole series on this. We're going to walk down every path possible. We're going to do marriage, health, dealing with the delusion and the ignorance. So that is the premise of my next few shows. We're going to walk down the same path, same line of questioning. But with that being said, I do want to get to the solutions, right? So I'll let y'all think about it for a second. But on this part of the show, again, this is more open style. I don't really have any more formal questions to ask y'all, but again, it is very important for the people watching. We have to get them to a solution. So let's start with Janetta. I need a solution for anybody that's dating that is either delusional or ignorant. Give me one for the women. What would be your advice for a woman dating that might be delusional or ignorant? One solution. How can she come out of her ignorance or delusion while dating?
Come back to me, brain fog.
I got you. You good. You good. Let's go with CJ. I want you to give me a solution to a man that's delusional or ignorant while dating. Something he can actually do.
Man, that's delusional
Or
ignorant
Yes, while dating.
while dating.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give him a solution. Hey, listen here, nigga. You gotta talk to you like you one of my bros. Listen here, nigga.
Right. Right.
That motherfucker been disrespecting you on the low for the longest and on the high to your face. Obviously, she don't care about you. Dead that shit. Listen here, nigga number 2. The fact that when you dashed her phone away, that lets you know that's already a red flag that something ain't right. Dead that shit.
Okay. Thank you.
Listen here, nigga number 3. You got all the good qualities that you need to be in a man, but yeah, she still wants you to be more, to be better, to be this, to be that. That means she's never gonna be satisfied. Dead that shit, little nigga. You might just have to get your shit together, build yourself up financially, mentally, and please, for God's sakes, physically. Because some of y'all motherfuckers is out of shape. and then go back into the dating market. But at the end of the day, if you ain't dating nobody, do that. If you dating somebody, you with somebody, and you feel like you got issues or problems, you might need to take a step back and make sure that you aren't the problem first before you start pointing fingers. Because if you start pointing fingers and don't even realize that you actually are the problem, guess what? You about to burn 2 houses already. All right.
I like it. I like it. That's fire.
Giovanna!
Giovanna, what's going on? How you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good. Have you tapped into
CJ,
the
you
show?
up there looking like I apologize. I'm a whole lot late. I know I'm in
Are
a
you
whole different
good?
time zone. CJ, take them glasses off. You over there looking like Lil Jon. Take them glasses off.
I done did. This is pod number 2 today for me, boy. I actually got sensitive eyes, so this ring
Yeah,
light
I need to see
it's
him.
kicking my ass.
You was speaking some game. I need to see him. Take them glasses off. I apologize. I'm a whole lot late, but
You
yeah.
good? You good? So, did you catch any of the show up till now, or you just tapping in with us?
No, but I read the notes. I read the questions, and I think I got it.
Okay. Well, right now we're in the solution part. So, what advice would you give a woman that is dating that is either delusional or ignorant? What advice would you give her to get out of her delusion or get out of her ignorance?
Honestly, a lot of times I don't want to take so you said delusional or ignorant. So
Mm-hmm.
I think some women fall within that loop line of hopeful, optimistic. You know, they have this I'm still trying to I'm hopeful that this will happen. I'm optimistic that this will happen within my relationship, and without warrant and things of that nature. That I ain't gonna lie, you may have your delusional. I would say females, but you may have your delusional women out there, and just as well as that as the men folks. But sometimes I think there are some women that are still, somewhat hopeful in between that category. But at the same time, if you fall within that middle, just stay true to yourself. Don't bend a fold for either or. That's the best advice I can give to you for that, because I feel like if you're gonna fold or bend, you're gonna revert back to something that you already experienced or you already worked through. If you're doing the work to work through that, then I think you should just move forward.
I'm glad you added that last part because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of was like, what? You want them to stay, don't bend and fold if they ignorant and delusional? I was like, don't make no sense, Peaches. Make it make sense, Giovanna. But
No,
that
they
last
just
part,
no, they
you
just
brought it
gotta.
together the last part. I needed that last
It's a
piece though.
mindset though. It's a mindset.
Uh-huh.
If you that's your person, you feel like that's your person. All right, I love this person. Him or her, regardless of what. All right, this is the person I want. I'm willing to bend or fold on, but at the same time, you gotta stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's how I
So
thought the
what it
last part on it.
so if they're being true to themselves, what advice would you give them after they've been true to themselves and they recognize who they are? What advice would you give someone that was suffering from delusion or ignorance? What advice would you give them?
Go as best for you, because at the end of the day, you gotta satisfy you first before you can satisfy the next person.
Okay, so do self work.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's go with Empress. Your solution. What do
Because I
you
was
think?
late. I was
Yeah,
late, and I'm
too.
a solutionary. Yes, I
Yeah,
would.
we gonna really
Honestly, I would
start
teach
cooking.
them the 12 steps. Yeah, I would teach them the 12 steps of self care. Number one, if it feels wrong, don't do it. Number two, speak exactly what you mean. Number three, don't be a people pleaser. Number four, trust your instincts. Number five, never speak bad about yourself. Number six, never give up on your dreams. Number seven, don't be afraid to say no. Number eight, don't be afraid to say yes. Number nine, be kind to yourself. Number 10, let go of what you cannot control. And number 11, stay away from drama and negativity. And the main one, the best one, my favorite one, love is the most powerful vibration. Then when you made a decision, put your trust in God and move forward. That's my solution.
Mic drop. I love that. I love that. Love that's fire. That's fire. That's fire. That's good advice. We're gonna have to clip that, CJ, and then we're gonna put some subtitles to that one because I'm not gonna ask you to repeat it, and I don't have the time to write it down and present it on this show. Great steps though. I love that you actually have it committed to heart. So I know it's something that you actually place in practice, which is important. You're not just talking, right? So I
Yeah.
love that you could recite that with a level of clarity and accuracy. Let's go with Bino. You're dealing with a dude. He's ignorant or delusional. He's dating. What practical advice are you gonna give him?
What question you had asked, Empress? Was this the same question?
Same
It's a
question.
solution. Yeah.
But
Yo,
just for
now we're
the
looking for
female,
solutions for the
just for the women.
guys. No, I want you to do it for the guys.
The same shit. I was gonna say the same shit. I just can't 12 step it out to you. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit.
Get it, Beto.
That boy fool. That
All
boy
right, give me
fool.
13. Give me 13. Step 13.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, Jay. Give them a 12 or 13.
I'm glad. Send that in the back chat. Empress, this 12 step process. Cause my shit was gonna be just like that, but I couldn't 12 step it out for you like that. But she made the shit all so simple. Do everything else, everything what she said ain't had nothing to do with a woman in there or a man in there. You understand?
Okay.
Nothing. That's the
Oh my
solution
God.
for niggas. And look, and my niggas, if you just so happen when you fleshy can't stay away from the poom poom, don't worry about what society say. You got a little bread, it's hoes, it been hoes since the beginning of the time in the Bible. Go pay for it, get your shit off. Do whatever you got to do. You feel what I'm saying when it comes to that? If you can't fleshly, because there's some men that just can't fleshly fathom the fact of setting aside the whole idea of a woman for self. And y'all can't judge them for that. Don't judge them for that. So in that sense, until they can get to that point, they don't need to be going into relationships. They don't need to be dating because the solution is dating. If their primal body, if they're not close to God enough to fathom the fact of not being able to have a woman, which is men out here, I don't just allow them to go pay for that hoe. The hoes have been prostitutes since the beginning of time. Don't look down on that. But for the men that can fathom that, do exactly what that 12 steps say.
I got you. I want to add something else. I'm gonna throw my little spice in the pot. Y'all been cooking. I ain't
Y'all
really
think
have
I'm
to add
crazy,
much.
but for real, society has you. It's some niggas that can't fathom not saying, "Hey, I'm gonna use my next 2 years of life, and nothing that I do has anything to do with a woman." Right? Because I would tell a man, find a purpose that's bigger than woman. So I would have to say on God, but some ain't close enough to God to even fathom what I'm talking about when I say God. You can't talk over people's head. Gotta come back surface level to them a little bit. They might have to go through that process. You feel what I'm saying? Or you could be your kids. Make your purpose about your kids and nothing to do with women. People can't, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, if you can't fathom that 12-step shit, bro, go to the side, pay for a little poo-poo, go back to work, pray about it, and say, God, I gotta get this up out of me, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it ain't even about a woman, it's fleshly something I can't control. Because once you fleshly can control it, you're gonna find that your purpose is bigger than a fucking woman. Whether y'all can make faces all y'all want. My shit has realistic
It's the
logic
truth.
behind
He's
it.
not lying. It's the truth. Just like my purpose bigger than the man. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody except for me, myself, and I, and God.
As it should be. As it should
That
be.
society and the way people look at things got y'all making those faces.
I'm happy that those constructs are breaking
Faces.
down though. Like society used to have people.
Are you delusional?
I'm listening to you. I'm like,
He said can't be the good self.
Oh my God. I got
you
mine.
know, really, I miss CJ. I need to make another song because Bino right here, he going off.
Not for real. I see
You know how
you was trying
Bino
to
is
I see you was trying to frame it up. I see
he
you
gotta
was
put his
trying to
religion
frame
in
it up.
there.
I see you was trying to frame it up like this is a string. It's not a string. Why you think prostitutes been here since the Bible?
Yeah, I just think that when we're telling men to date, the only reason I frowned up, I don't disagree with your premise, but I think if we're talking to a man that's already delusional or ignorant, I think buying pussy is gonna feed either his delusion or his ignorance even more. So if you're ignorant, then you buying pussy is gonna make you
See, you
think
trying to
that it's transactional. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Let
so
me get
what
it off.
solution you got? No, because you're trying to make it where I say buy some. I said for the ones that fleshly can't control themselves, what should they do, Strata?
Right. That's what I'm telling you. I think that you asked me why I frown. That's the reason why I frown. I think that if you're a man that has the fleshly carnal desires, I think your first step is you have to identify the why. But feeding it is not going to make it better, and it's not going to give you the discipline you after, right? So I think that the first thing you ask yourself is why you have this carnal desire. Why do you have this fleshly desire? And again, your first answer, which was correct, and this is why I didn't really have pushback with none you said, because your first answer is the one you was like, y'all ain't ready for that, but you gotta get with God because there's something on you or in you that keeps it so that you are only thinking with your little head, right? So you gotta first get that right. So I think that God is the answer, and I think you said that right, but you gotta tap into a spirituality because it's deeper than the flesh. But I don't think feeding the flesh to someone that's ignorant or delusional is going to help that. I think that that's going to plunge you further into the delusion or the ignorance. So that's my only pushback. But that's why I really didn't have it. That's the only reason I made a face, because I'm like, you were cooking. And that was just my only point of disagreement. But I think other than that, everything else you said made total sense to me. But I just wouldn't want to feed that ignorance and delusion
Hey,
by
but
doing
listen,
something contrary to what you're
it's
trying
not
to be.
about feeding it. I said you go to God, so you go to God in that process, and He'll get that up out of you. What I'm saying is, don't freaking disrupt women in that process. So while that's my point of saying that, not to feed your carnal
Don't come
sin,
into
but
a
don't
woman's
to
life and
risk.
be fake. Like you
Yeah,
got
don't be fucking
the
up.
whole
Yeah,
time.
don't be
You
coming
just
across
the
women
poom poom.
fucking up shit.
Right. You just coming in there for the poom poom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's not about feeding your carnal sin. It's about not bringing casualties with you.
Yeah.
So while you going through God, go through what you got to go through. He'll bring that flesh and carnal sin out you. What I'm saying, the process, why? Because it's gonna be a process. It ain't gonna be overnight. We can't say go to God. It's gonna happen overnight. It's going to be a process. And just like yourself, be okay with who you are. And desire to change in the process. So it's not necessarily about feeding your sin, but it's not about fucking up women in the process of you trying to get to your purpose.
But I think two things can be true. I just think that if you're in the process of trying to heal, even the woman that you paying the $40 to get what you want, you still fucking up and inviting her into your shit, which is why I can't. Hey, I mean, I know we don't condone that trick and shit. So I understand who you talking to, but we don't get down with that shit, and I don't even know if I can
That's
ever
why you
give
can't
that
fathom it,
advice.
but bro, it's here. It's been here. It's been here. It's been here. Ain't no need to where you can get down. When drugs been here, shit been here. Like, so no, I'm not promote tricking. I don't promote women selling themselves. But when that's not the point. You asked me for a solution for niggas. And that's my solution in the process. Don't come around fucking up women in the process, having relationships, broken home, all this other shit. There's women out here that know exactly what the fuck they doing. And you know exactly what you want. You don't want a family. You don't want a legacy. You don't want love right now. You going through some shit right now. Have motherfuckers that don't buy pussies because you look down upon, but they do other weird ass shit behind the women they love back. So what's the fuck the difference?
I think the difference between it is that by condoning tricking, I think that what you're saying was right, which is why like I'm listening. I'm like, he got it, and then it's like, fuck, I can't get on that bandwagon. I'm gonna tell you why.
It's cool.
Because
I know. I
I'm gonna
stand
tell
by
you why.
myself. I'm the 12 steps imprint said. I stand by myself.
No, what you're saying ain't wrong. I just think that if you are that damaged for self, I think that spreading, to me, I think that if you already know, let's say you got that sex demon on you, paying $40 to get pussy, although you're not messing up any good women looking for relationships, you're feeding the delusion. You're feeding the ignorance, right?
But you didn't say personal delusion. You said in dating.
Right. So if a man is either ignorant or delusional while dating, I don't think that his solution should be pay for more pussy. That's just me.
But no, I didn't say his solution was to be paying for pussy. First of all, see, I hate that we even making this. See, we making that one little thing a point because it's an extreme. But my point is for the delusional and ignorant men in dating, you can tell them to stop dating. We can tell them to leave women alone. Go sit back and just focus on yourself, king. But in that process, they fleshly need to have a woman to have fucking sex with. It's just reality. So I'm not promoting them, but if you can't feed a man that sit back off some pussy for a while you get yourself together and find yourself spiritually and mentally and physically, if you can't do that, my nigga, just don't go outside and say, hey, act like you want this to be your girl just so she can give you some pussy and some consistent pussy or some pussy that you can trust on that's going to be got to you. Don't do that, because then you are bringing casualties with you. People that ain't got nothing to do with your demons. I ain't talking about your personal delusional demon. I'm talking about in dating. Leave it alone. Deal with your personal shit on your own until you get a body. I'm just saying in dating.
Okay. I got you now. I appreciate the clarity, because what you're saying is literally if your intention is only to get sex, and that's you, and that's where you at in your life, then you need to be with somebody that is only transactional. Is that what you're saying? And just leave everybody else alone and
That'd
get
be
with
the
people
only
that's on
way.
that shit.
That'd be the only way you can't sit down without a woman. That'd be the only reason why a man can't sit down without a woman.
Push the button.
That makes sense. Okay, I like that. I like it.
It's just because his
I
flesh.
got my
Like,
3
if,
points.
you know what I'm saying? If a man say, man, I gotta have me some pussy, bro, that shit that's fleshly shit.
I
If a
feel you.
man can't say, yo, I'm gonna find a bigger purpose, and my purpose is outside this woman, you feel what I'm saying? Outside this
You need
woman,
them glasses.
it's always gonna be about pussy. It might be about secure pussy, but it's always about pussy to a dude, bro. When it comes to not being able to have sex with a woman, bro. Or his purpose being a woman, and like he think he here for a woman. We ain't here for no damn woman. We ain't here for their ass. They here for us.
Okay, I got you. I appreciate the clarity point.
Good evening.
Jalen, what's going on? How you been?
You all right?
Good evening.
Hey, can you
How
hear
you
me?
been? Yeah, I can hear you.
Good to go.
Yeah, I've been good. You know, I had to pop up here because Bino not looking like
I
a
was going
baddie.
by
You
the river.
looking
I was
stressed
taking that
out
ass.
tonight.
What you
So
say, Jay? What you say, Jay?
I said, you not looking like a baddie. You looking stressed out tonight.
Yeah, man. I knew this was gonna be a Black Panther party. That's why I knew I had to come with my militant shit. You know, I knew this was gonna be some shit, Jay.
I got a comment though. So I'll comment. Strada, come back to me, please. Thank you.
I got you. So, Jalen, how much of the show have you heard so far?
Not a lick. I'm not gonna lie. I just got back
Mm,
home. I had a rough day today.
got you. It's cool. Well, you could jump right into our solutions. Again, this is perfect. So, what would be your solution to a woman that you know that's dating that's either delusional or ignorant? How would you pull up out of that delusion or ignorance?
The only option is to pull her out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only way you pull somebody out of their delusion is let them experience how delusional they are.
What does that look like?
Basically allow them to fall. You can't be there to catch them. With a person like that, it don't matter how much you tell them to correct it. It's kind of like a child. You got to let them burn their hand on the stove for them to understand, don't touch it.
Mm, okay. So let's say they got to the point to where they realize it's hot. What would be the next steps to help them through that delusion or ignorance? Once you've shown them and let's say they have accepted the reality, what you do next with them?
Basically, we walk down, their requirements and see if they're actually realistic now that they're open to actually having the discussion. If they're realistic to the goal that they're trying to reach. If not, then, you got to be more open-minded.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay, let's go with Giovanna. You had some input? I think you had something on what Bino was talking about. You still with us, Giovanna?
I'm still here. So I love what the last lady just said. I can't see her name.
Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. A lot of the times I want to say a lot of people like to revert to words that's unfamiliar with our vocabulary when it comes to relationship wise. Like delusional and all this other stuff. Some people say crazy and all this other stuff. Oh, she crazy. She back crazy. Or he back crazy.
Right.
But at the same time, crazy and delusional is a little bit different, in how we process things and things of that nature. Bino did drop a lot of stuff. I wish I was on I wish I was on a whole lot earlier to catch a little bit more. But I will say I think sometimes when it comes to stuff like that, and as a foundation for all, you just gotta be 100 up front in a relationship. All right, can I cuss? I can cuss.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
All right, either we fucking or we ain't, or we want a relationship, or we don't. We can take some trips, and we can figure some stuff out, or it is what it is in that point of perspective. However, I think if you be upfront a little bit more, people be a little bit more blunt up front versus like, oh, this is the man of my dreams. Oh, he made 6 figures. Or who did she do this? He do that, and stuff like that. I think that will alleviate a lot of the other BS that comes with the whole dating scheme or whatever the case may be. But I think that should be established.
Okay. So you think honesty and keeping it 100 will pull people out of ignorance and delusion and dating?
Right, for sure, because
Okay.
it will not lead this man or woman to think like, oh, this is the man or woman of my dreams, you know, or to this to that. It's gonna establish some forefront, and I think the more authentic and the more honest the woman or the man is up front, it should help. It should help the person they're dating or whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
in that situation. But I think that once he or she realizes this person is overstepping those boundaries, hey, you got to reel it back, or you got to cut sling low, or you got to cut it off. You got to figure it out, or reevaluate the situation for what's it's worth. I think like somebody should be able to identify it is what it is. What you feel like those boundaries that y'all are setting are being crossed.
Okay. So somebody's got to be the one that comes to the table. Honestly, let's go Saudi, Bino, and then
Ari didn't go
Ari.
either.
Hey, come
Yeah,
back to
But
me
yeah,
because
because
I
in
ain't
that
get mine.
process, because
I got you, Ari.
you may find some woman, that's dating to want to for love and want to be a long relationship. You may have that man as well that's dating and for a long and want to have a relationship. But if you don't communicate that, then you're all over the place.
That's fair. That's
I'll
fair. I like it. Saudi, Bino, and then Ari.
Yeah, I was just gonna
And Janetta.
piggyback off of I'm so used to calling her Peaches now.
Go ahead, girl. You fine.
Okay, so I want to piggyback off of Peaches. About the honesty part, I feel like one of the main things is you have to be honest with yourself. Your expectations can't be out of this world. So I guess like a good question is something that we asked a couple pods ago. Are you the partner you will want for yourself? Because if you're not, then that makes you realize like, hey, maybe I need to put in some more work. Maybe I do have some, childhood traumas or some other deeper issues as to why I am getting these same results. So that's just my piece.
I like it. I like it. Let's go Bino, Ari, and then Janetta. You're muted, brother. Your mic is off mute, but I can't hear you. Say something for me.
Probably gonna have to pop in and out.
Yeah, Bino, pop in and out real quick. Fall off and come back, brother. Let's go Ari while Bino get that together. What you got, Ari?
Okay, what was the question? I'm sorry.
All right, so I'll need you to give advice to a woman that's either ignorant or delusional while dating.
Sis Hill, just Hill.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Hill.
We get you
Take
now,
time
bro.
for
Give me 1
yourself.
second.
Take time to yourself and really decide, what it is in you that's causing you to feel like you cannot let this person go. Whether it is your insecurities or it's just something that is attracting you to this person and making you be delusional or ignorant to what's going on.
I like it. I like it. Short.
Some people have it may be abandonment issues or some type of different attachment styles that you have that we might have to look into and see what your attachment styles are or whatever it is. But I'm willing to help. That's what I tell her.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go, Janetta. What is some advice that you would give for a delusional or ignorant woman dating? You're on mute. You're on mute, love. I got you. Start over.
I can you can hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Got you. Well, for what I actually came up with sitting here with that on my solutions, I would say, I guess for female to female would be distinguish and learn between the points of love and lust. First and foremost. Distinguish and learn the difference between love and lust. A lot of us really has that twisted when it comes to love and lust and on distinguishing the difference between love. Am I in love or am I in lust? And let's be real, we really do. And a lot of us fall in lust before we fall in love. let's keep it a band. We really do, because we started off, as she said, with sex partners. You started off just, being the boom boom, and then you catch feelings, and then when you catch feelings, you really don't know maybe how to distribute those feelings, because y'all started off with just being, with the shebang bang. But if you go ahead and set boundaries, like Giovanna said, you set boundaries and know what is what on how you taking it, which direction, it would be better for both of you guys, because you know in which direction you take it. So my first key point would be, first and foremost, is to distinguish love between lust. Once you put that up, that would be good. And then our next one would be for the female, speaking from female to female, would be choose yourself, don't lose yourself. Choose yourself, don't lose yourself. You have to choose you first. You choose yourself first before anything. First and foremost, before anything, you choose you. You put you first. You put your kids first. You put God first before anything. And if you do that, then you will be more not, to lose yourself. You won't be on that band of to lose yourself. So choose yourself and not lose yourself. First and foremost, keep that forefront, because a lot of us really do get lost. Like, oh, I've been with him X amount of years, this, that, and the third, and you lose your way along the way because you never put yourself first anymore. So my other one would be choose yourself before lose yourself. And lastly but not least, would be never to be scared to walk away, as if she said about saying no within her key points of the 12 steps. Never be scared to walk away. You never be scared to walk away, no matter how long of a time, of a length of a time frame you've been with the person. You never be scared to walk away. So just because you've been with a person 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, you feel like that you're a subject and you're obligated to be with this person because y'all been together for so long that you feel like this is what I'm adapted to and I'm supposed to do now. And you feel as if that's what you're supposed to do and you're adapted to, but actually you're not. So you done got adapted to the drama. You done got adapted to the trauma. You done got adapted to y'all both actually having these unhealed, unhealthy situations that's going on between you and him. So you're not, that's all you actually got used to because that's what you've been around for so long. But don't be scared to walk away from that to make a difference. Put your foot down, learn to put your foot down and learn to walk away and know when enough is enough and to walk away from it. So with that being said, I would say, don't be scared. You walk away no matter what of the time frame. So that make that history, meaning that year, that time frame that y'all been together, that history, you make it a history. Like, bye-bye, I'm gone. So with that history, there you go. Because you're not going to keep me hostage. You're not going to keep me hostage no more. So with that history, you just learn how to make it a history. And that's my solutions for the situations.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna go to Bino, then I'm gonna put a twist in this shit. So y'all stay with me because this twist is gonna be the bow, but we're gonna turn it up a little bit. But I love it so far. Bino, what you had to add, brother?
Yeah, I was trying to add something with Peaches went a little earlier. Um, and it was more so like the men just still leading that shit. Like like men, like it still go back to feeding your flesh. Like if you is that man that's trying to take shit serious, you come across a woman where she just trying to like date and have fun, don't engage with her because men will do that. Single man like, well, I'm single. In the meantime, in between time, I'ma fuck with her for the pussy. But in the end of the day, you got a whole nother reason and purpose of why you trying to date. So it still go back to what I was kind of saying. So I was just really I won't trying to cut it off. I was just trying to interject. Like the man still leads that decision making. Like especially if you trying to take shit serious. Because if you trying to play around and a woman trying to take it serious, she ain't gonna fuck with you. If she, you know what I'm saying? So men need to do the same shit. So it still go back to my extreme shit. Like if you can't control your flesh, you might need to do something else. But it still go back to controlling your flesh. Like if I'm dating for something serious, I know a woman just want to play, she just want to date. I leave her there. Like, all right, well, that ain't the one for you know what I'm saying? Because my purpose is bigger than flesh here. So that's all I was just trying to add on to what her shit was.
I like it.
And say man still lead that shit. You don't match no women. You still lead that shit, my boy.
I like it. I like it. Now I'm gonna give mine for the minute. I'm gonna throw a twist to this motherfucker because we are kumbaya. This is very zen right now. I love y'all with the conversation. It's been great advice. Now I'm gonna give my solution and then we're gonna turn this around. So my solution for ignorant or delusional man that's dating, I think that the key to getting out of both is knowledge. But this is how it works. First, you gotta challenge your thought. What are you thinking about when it comes to women and dating? Challenge and put your thought next to your results. Do they match? If they don't, then you're missing knowledge somewhere in between there. If you're ignorant, you don't have the knowledge, you need it. If you're delusional, you have the knowledge, but you're too fucking stubborn to get the results. So go back to the knowledge. Go back to the knowledge and realize, is it that you don't know, or do you know and don't give a fuck? Once you walk down them roads, then your outcome is on the other half of changed knowledge. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So you have to change the way you apply what you know to get the results you want. And I'm gonna land it there because I don't want to get long with it. I don't want to get on my soapbox. Like I said, y'all been cooking, so you know I had to throw my little sasson in the mix, you heard me? But now we're gonna flip this shit. Now we're gonna make it interesting. Saudi, I need you to now give me advice to an ignorant or delusional man. What would you tell? And I need everybody, if you're a woman, I need you to give advice to men. If you are a man, I need you to give advice to a woman now. So Saudi, what is the advice you would give to an ignorant or delusional dating man? Is Saudi still with me?
Come back to me.
Okay. CJ. Oh shit. Here we go. Y'all strap in. Everybody go on mute. You on mute, brother. I got you.
I gotta give advice to a ignorant or delusional woman
that's dating.
So she's in a relationship with
No, she's trying to date, but she's
in the pool.
Yes.
No, you said man.
No. Men are doing it for women, women are doing it for men. So
Yeah,
you give advice to the opposite. Right.
I mean, I've been basically giving them motherfuckers advice for the past 40 pods, goddamn.
Put a bow on it. Let's do it. Do it. Cook it up, bro.
Advice to women that are in the pool.
If she's ignorant and delusional.
She is ignorant and delusional.
Ignorant or delusional, and she's dating. What
She
advice
both.
would you give her?
She both.
Okay. What advice would you give her?
It all depends on the woman, but I ain't gonna go that way. Man, if you under 20, don't date. If you in the 20s, but you like between 21 and 20, I give you 26. If you in that area, you ain't done college, military, or at least got some type of grounds with schooling or just a good worker hustle, you ain't doing none of those things, don't date. And if you have done those things, but you going in 27, you can start. If you in your 30s, you could date, but be mindful. I hope you ain't one of those people that's got kids. If you got kids, one kid, date, but have understanding that you might want to date somebody else with kids. If you got more than one kid, your odds of men that you want gonna decrease for every kid that you gain. All right, let's just be real with this. Yes, somebody might want a woman with 4 kids, but he probably can't have kids as damn. So that's probably why he wants you with all your kids. But anyway, be mindful of your health. I don't care if I can get a man regardless of how many roses or how big of a big back I am. That's just niggas that don't mind hitting you from the back because they ain't gotta look at your face. You need to worry about your health. All right, so be very mindful of your health. Eat your water, drink water, eat healthier. McDonald's is not your friend, nor is Taco Bell and all his other cousins. Learn to listen to comprehend the men that you're engaging with in these dating pools. Don't just go on that motherfucker. He say one thing. Well, I've been currently working here. I'm trying to do myself. Yeah, I know. I got like this car I got. I'm doing this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I got a degree. I'm gonna tell you right now, all that successful stuff sounds good, but in reality, that shit don't mean much to a lot of guys. So you gotta take time to really comprehend what it is he's actually looking for in a woman. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really listen to comprehend. Don't listen to talk. All right. outside all that, a lot of stuff, y'all just gotta learn how to have common sense. And I'm gonna leave it there because I'll be here all day barking at y'all motherfuckers.
I like it. I like it. Hurt says CJ for president. Let's go with Jalen. Jalen, what advice would you give to a man that's ignorant or delusional?
This feel like deja vu. I didn't already have to do this multiple times.
Humor me. Let's hear it.
If you're not a delusional man to me is a man that gets everything he wants in a woman and still says no. Oh, from that basis. If you got everything you asked for and you still ain't satisfied, something wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you, but something's wrong with you. And the common denominator is always going to be you. It's not the women. There will always be bad women out there. But the fact that you got an anomaly and you still ain't satisfied, I don't know. Maybe get some mental help. Maybe you should just stop dating for a minute so you can get some clarity. I don't know.
Okay.
But
I like
something's wrong with you. That's the only way I can help is tell you something wrong with you.
Okay. I like it. Let's go with Ari. What advice would you give to an ignorant or delusional man that's dating? Are you still with us? She might step
I'm
away
here.
from you. Okay.
Um,
What advice would you give to a man that's ignorant or delusional in dating?
dang. I don't even know. From my experience, I always just felt like you can't tell men nothing.
Damn.
Like you can't tell them nothing. They start getting defensive and
I'm defensive right now because you ain't told me nothing yet. Hell, you might be
look,
right.
you start y'all start getting defensive. You start feeling like, women can't tell you nothing or we trying to be your moms. Like you ain't my mother and you can't be talking to me like that. Like, and it just be like, I'm just trying to tell you, my bad. I ain't trying to be your mom or nothing. But
Girl.
I like it. I like it. So
I
your
fully
advice, you can't
agree.
tell them shit.
They be acting like they know everything, but they
Yeah.
still don't have no woman. So it's kind of like you don't. So I'm trying to help, but you don't want my help. So
Exactly.
Damn. Anybody else want to give their input
Oh
and
no,
advice to
I'm
the
starting to feel
opposite
like these just
sex?
like
Yeah,
straight bullets flying.
You see, he
I feel
skipped me about
like
the delusional women part, right?
Oh, I'm
Hell
coming
no,
back
boy.
to you, Vito.
Mm.
I'm coming
I
to
feel
you,
like
Vito.
yeah, like Ari said, it's just like when you express these things to men, like they're not realistic. Like their expectations, like y'all say our expectations are far fetched, but I feel like the men, like y'all expectations be far fetched as well.
In what way?
As far as what a partner looks like, as far as when it comes to like communication, or when it comes to I guess like what we talked about earlier, like some of the different gender roles and stuff like that. So
Okay, I got you.
So that go
Uh,
against a lot of you said this show then.
go ahead, Javon. Then we're gonna get Vito. What you
first of
got,
all,
Javon?
half of the show was mixed. I wanted to piggyback on both sides. I couldn't. So I was trying to be stern for once and just pick a side, but I
Yeah,
knew y'all was gonna
that's why you worded them questions with the yada 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 or because he was forced us to pick a side.
You're welcome. Moderation in full effect. What you got, Javonna?
So don't y'all know Saudi like that? I feel like Saudi probably was cooking.
She was cooking.
I brought my people in the night, so I was just
Oh
looking.
yeah, yeah.
I
She
was
did her
relaxed to
thing.
the night.
I feel
Yeah.
like Saudi was cooking. But I think like
He's getting a
honestly,
break.
when you talking about like delusion and all that stuff like that, you just gotta be like those are the adults conversations that we want to have. You know, far as the woman on the woman's side, on the men's side, far as more importantly, just owning to some stuff. Kind of you have you had the woman for some stuff, you had the man for some stuff, and to like delusion for this or that. But I think we all have some type of belief of how we think all things should work. But we in a whole different century. The world ain't working the way it used to work back in the day. So we gotta cook a little bit different than we was cooking back in the day. And far as relationship wise, it look different. You know, you get that 60-40, that 50-50, and all this other stuff. This 90-10. I ain't good with math. I'm trying to call some numbers, but
All the
but
stuff equal to 100.
you
We
know,
got you. We
but
got
you get all that different now. And back in the day, it's just what back in there was something totally different. And right now, when it comes to this household, what y'all agree upon, and sometimes you meet some females, they may be, I don't want to say delusional. You may get some females that may be, or you get both. It's both. You get some females that's delusional too. Oh, I think this is the way our house should be ran. And you get some guys, delusional, this is how the house is ran. Sometimes in that aspect, them men ain't ready to run the household the way that they think they supposed to run it. However, you get, especially if you younger, a little bit younger in age, you think that like Papa and Grandpa, they had this, and this. They had a farm, some chickens running around. This is this. At 26 and 27, you at the same age, you think that you're supposed to do this, and you ain't got that.
That's fair.
So delusion could look different on both different aspects when it comes to the woman or the man. As far as that, but honestly, I think it's just really an honest conversation.
Okay.
Because
Back to
the old
honesty.
times ain't what it is no more. It ain't.
I like
How we like to think that it is, it ain't. However, once you get into a good foundational household, and that man and woman agree to whatever they agree to for us to make that household, survive and rock, and you go on from there. Every household don't look the same. I think that's the problem right nowadays. Everybody think every household look the same, and things of that nature. So, however, I would say, don't judge your ladder off somebody else's. That's my
Love it.
solution.
I like it. Bino, what advice do you have for a woman that's dating that is either
Yeah, Bino,
delusional
get him.
or ignorant?
Damn, Sue, my battery. Y'all can hear me? My
Yeah,
battery low.
we
My
hear you.
battery low. That was a lot, y'all said. Delusional women. We spoke on the definition of delusional in the very beginning of the show. Women change at a more consistent frequency as men any day of the week. Women be exactly who they want to be until they don't want to be it no more. So my advice for delusional women is take your ass somewhere and be delusional in fucking silence. Stop being so goddamn loud on social media. Stop being so goddamn loud calling your friends and your mama and your daddy. Take that delusional shit that you choose to be in, because delusional is what we define it for, but just don't give a fuck, and go take that shit somewhere in fucking silence. I'm tired of you loud, delusional motherfuckers fucking polluting the rest of the motherfucking world. Go be that shit in silence. And I'm done.
I like it.
Bino
I
the
like it.
baddie. What happened?
Yeah, Bino on this bully shit tonight. I'll fuck with it. Let me get my advice for a delusional woman. Okay, you're delusional or ignorant, you woman you're dating. First, I think that the biggest weapon against a delusional woman is facts and truth. Here's the truth, ladies. I need y'all to listen closely. The average black man is 5'9". The average black man makes $47,000 a year. The average black man weighs about 200 pounds. Think about what I just said. The average black man is 5'9". He makes $47,000 a year. And he's about 200 pounds. This is more than 55% of black men walking this earth. Now, black woman, if you want one of these black men, it would be very fucking wise to choose starting there. Now, think about what I just said, delusional woman, and put it up against what you expect to get. That's the definition of delusion. Now, let me also give this hard truth to black men. The average black woman is 5'2". Average black woman makes about 40, I think it's 47 to $43,000 a year. The average black woman is actually 187 pounds. Think about what your expectations are and think about what I just said to you.
What was that weight again?
187 pounds is the average weight of a black woman. Now, if you're the one picking on the other side, this is what you're picking from. So a lot of times the things you deem it exceptional are unrealistic. The things you deem exceptional are unrealistic. Now, I'm not saying you can't find it. I'm just saying it's very delusional to keep hunting it down and expecting something to be something that it never is and never will be. That is the reality of black men and black women today. We all got some fucking work to do. Your best bet, find somebody that matches with you and do the work together. Find somebody that's willing to do the work. No one says you got to stay there. You ain't got to stay at the money you making. You ain't got to stay overweight. You ain't got to stay out of shape. But find someone on the other side of the aisle that's willing to do the work with you. It makes it so much fucking easier.
My question is, what if the person that I find that everything about them matches, right?
Uh-huh.
But they're a ham sandwich. Now
We
what?
don't. Well, see, that's the thing. We don't do ham sandwiches, so we stay in black. You heard me? Like ham
Who is
sandwiches, all they
we?
gonna do is give you digestion. We ain't doing
When
that
did we
shit.
decide this? When did we decide this? Fuck, did we decide
You
this shit,
know,
CJ, as a whole?
when your ass,
We decide this video.
when
We
your
Hey,
when
can I
your
say one
ass,
more thing? Hey, Strider, can I say one more thing? To be fair,
sure.
Jalen, this is what I said is for delusional men too. I just want all delusional men and women, can y'all just be silent? Silence we need. Just be silent. Can y'all just be quiet? Y'all be loud as fuck everywhere. Everywhere. Can y'all just be silent for a little bit? That's it.
I like it. I like it. All right, so at this point of the show, man, again, this has been a great, great pod, man. It's been super productive, short, sweet, y'all, very succinct with y'all answers. Everybody that joined in, man, y'all are all appreciated. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS podcast. Now we're gonna do one wrap up. Take everything based on when you came in the conversation. I want y'all to give me a synopsis of solution based off everything you heard tonight, and we're gonna start with Bino and work our way back up. Pause.
Damn, another solution. 3 solutions
Nah, this is
tonight.
just your wrap up. This is your wrap up synopsis of everything that's been going on tonight.
Oh, my wrap up synopsis is ultimately the Empress. You fire Empress if you're still around. Thank you for joining the show. And I think a lot of these questions are losing battle questions. And I know these questions that you presented are questions that are talked about all the time across the internet in real life. My synopsis is no matter how you phrase the question, is a losing battle. It's man against woman battle. And that's how we are living today. We're looking at man versus woman, woman versus man, feminist versus patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? All everything, our whole conversations with black men and black women relationships is a battle. We're not sitting down at the round table. Like, you feel me? So what I'm saying is we had a losing battle, y'all. Nobody wins with a family feud. Nobody wins when the family feuds, and we're at a point where we're losing. The women want to win, the men want to win. It's not fucking gonna work like that. We're gonna be done. We're losing. It's not what happened. So that's my synopsis. Nobody wins when the family feuds, bro. Nobody.
Like it. I like it. Let's go with Giovanna. What you got?
So, so I guess you must know my face expressions. Um, for solutions against Bino, no matter rock with Bino, but against Bino, um, be continue to be optimistic, but be optimistic and don't be in your own way, if that makes sense. For the man and for the woman, do the work. Don't let your ego, don't let your pride get in the way, because if it does, you will revert back to what he said, and y'all will be in each other way, and you will continue. You will continue to have this battle, but for relationship wise, communication and a lot of things that we talked about for solutions. Otherwise, before this cast will help you get a long way, but put your ego and pride to the side. Like, communicate. Everybody gonna be big dog. You're gonna be big dog in this. Sometimes you're gonna lose some to win some.
Both of y'all could be medium dogs with a big ass doghouse.
Bye, Bino.
I like it. Be
Sometimes you
medium
gotta lose
dogs.
some to win
Be
some.
medium
Like,
dogs in a big dog house. I like it. I like it.
sometimes you gotta lose some to win some, and however that may look in your household, because it's different. But hey, your measure stick is your measure stick for your family and your household. And
I
that's
love it.
that. I'll land there.
Love it. Jalen, what you got?
Oh dang, I missed basically everything. That sucks. Um,
What?
if you built like a trash bag, an overstuffed trash bag, you may not be able to get somebody with a six pack. If you look like Quasimodo in the face and got a hunchback, you may not be able to get with a woman that's considered a 10. If you got missing teeth, smell like cigarettes or weed, like that's your fragrance, you may not be able to get somebody who's sophisticated. It is what it is. Play in your playground. Don't step outside of it. That's
Stay
it.
in your motherfucking lane. Stay in your lane.
Yeah. Oh, why you ain't playing with my frog ass niggas?
Stay in your fucking lane. Too many people merging over. Ari, what you got for me? What's your wrap up for the whole show? You on mute. There you go.
I don't know. It was a good
Oh,
show,
yeah.
but just kind of if you was on here for the show, the viewers and things, just the.
Okay. I'll take it. Sometimes, like you said, I think that this was an example of one of those shows to where we tackled so much so quickly, and we went and we stayed so long. Solution. I can understand. Like sometimes there's nothing else to say. Like go back and play the video back. Go back, share it to a friend. So sometimes you got to leave it on the table. Like, bro, we had discussed it all. We done broke this completely down when it came to dating, delusion, and ignorance. So I love it.
And
Janetta,
then like
go ahead.
I'm sorry, and then
No, you
sometimes
good.
like
Keep cooking.
it's always an extreme, or our other end to our perspective and what we think. So if we looking at something this way, it's always, the yin to yin and stuff like that, or light and dark. It's always another extreme or end of the perspective. So just always keep that balance.
I like it. Keep it balanced. I like it. Janetta, what you got?
I got that. I really enjoyed the show. This is my first
For sure.
podcast. So shout out to you guys. Excuse
Yeah,
my voice
love.
again. But I gotta get a special shout out to Bino, the bully, because he's definitely been a bully tonight. But I give a shout out to him because he's the one that gave me the invite and extended the invite to me. So I shout out to my guy. Much respect,
So
much love.
let me pause you right quick. Shouts out to you because since day one you've been supporting the show. You inquire about it when we going to start, when we be at our standstills and recouping. You inquire like when we coming. So shouts out to you for supporting us for day one. Shouts out to you. You get the flowers on this one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But like I said, I enjoyed each and every one of you tonight. Tonight was, yes, definitely hearts. Tonight was very, very productive show and very intuitive. Like everybody was in tune. Like it was a show that you just really didn't want to miss a beat because the opinions was just so, it hit hard. Like it was a hard hitter. So I enjoyed it. Shout out to everybody up here. Empress, she's just like fireball. She started to cook and she just went on with her business like flash flame, like nobody's business, So I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna be back again. If I have to invite myself, I will. But
sure.
with being said on everything that I have left for like they said, it was a two-way hitter for everything with the top. It was definitely a two-way hitter for me, but as CJ said, it was one of the questions that was redeemed to say either pick one or nay, but it was kind of like a double-sided that you wanted to kind of do a little tick for tack. So I was kind of split between polls the whole entire show, but I did obey and I did choose a side. But with everything that's been said for everything, and like Bino said, is really no win because the man against woman is nobody win the family feud. But at the end of the day, I would leave it with stay well balanced. My keys would be to actually stay well balanced. And basically stay well balanced would be stay well balanced mentally, physically, and spiritually. I feel like if you could have a balance of mentally, a balance of physical, and a balance of spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, you could pretty much tackle anything if you have a well balance in all areas. You know, whether you're delusional or ignorant, you could that balance could come together. And I know it's cliche, but we always say a home that prays together stays together. It's cliche, but it's true. So if
I like
y'all
it.
a home that stays together, a home that prays together, definitely stays together. So I would include that in, as well as my key point that I did stuck out tonight. Remember to always choose yourself and not lose yourself.
I like it.
I like it.
CJ,
How the fuck did that happen?
that's what I'm
How you
saying.
do that?
I'm trying to talk at his level because bro just turned sideways on me.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it look like he frozen. That
Yeah,
shit
he
like an
Yeah.
froze.
album cover though.
But Big
I
Mama,
think
I
bro
definitely
frozen.
agree. Like I can see all that for sure. I think at the end of the day, you know, a lot of what, you know, the show we you know, I'm not in character. I'm in Black Panther mode. I told y'all that at the
Mhm.
beginning of the show. I was in Black Panther mode and I ain't come to be nice. I can't
Yeah.
and I ain't coming twice.
Yeah.
Hey yo, hey
And
yo,
it showed.
that's funny. Saudi, what you got?
Yeah.
Saudi, what you got for us? Saudi, you still there?
Saudi,
Let's go with CJ. He back. Closing words. CJ, closing words, brother. What you got? Oh, y'all just acting up, right? Y'all want to get to the end of the motherfucking show. Don't want to listen. That's cool. I don't
No, so
get
I
no
think Saudi
respect
was
around here.
cooking though. Can I give Saudi her credits?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know Saudi probably been on the show the whole time. Girl, I 110% give it to you. Especially dealing with Bino on being his Black Panther.
Yeah.
So
Big facts.
I know she was fighting back. I know she fought a good fight.
Oh yeah, yeah. She did her thing.
yeah,
She
So
she
definitely
fought a
did her
good
thing.
fight all the way to the end. No man, we ain't gonna go there. All
So
right.
I just want to give it. I want to give credit to Saudi because she be holding it down.
That's what's up.
Don't do her like that. But
That's what's up.
Nah, we getting Saudi right for this. We got to tackle a whole new world, man.
right.
You know what's going on.
In our
She know what's
reality
going on.
though, but in our reality, it's just more so reality versus perspective.
For sure.
When it comes to any debate or anything like that, that's what I love about you guys because y'all bring it, and I'm pretty sure that's what she love about y'all too. So
For
I pass
sure.
it.
For shit, sure.
It's hard for Saudi. Y'all leave Saudi stranded up here with a bunch of heathens, fucking savages. You know what I'm saying? And Saudi be holding it down. Yeah, it's hard for Saudi. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all fault.
I'm
You feel
sorry,
what I'm
I had
saying?
engagement. I'm sorry. I was like.
That's funny. That's funny. CJ, give us the wrap up, bro. What you got?
What we doing? If y'all was on here too long, my phone and other phone overheated and died, and I got to use the drug phone.
We saw you. That's
The
why I was
drug
coming
phone?
this way.
Huh?
No
Allegedly.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the wrap up? What you got? Take us home.
For this whole entire thing, I think one, I just want to take this time to say that this pod is literally under 3 hours. It'll probably be like the second one that even has that title. So out of I don't know how many videos, and this is actually a strong one too. The fact that this had some very deep clips that I know I can do, some very clear videos, a lot of strong key points, a lot of great energy, and the fact that we had a strong panel with ladies,
Yes.
that was big. That was big. That is something that has been a challenge for months. So I'm glad that this came out as good as it did. Empress definitely came in guns a blazing and then left like a fucking pile of smoke. So hopefully we can get her and the
Hey,
rest of the ladies back
look,
because we still got to
Saudi.
do continuations of all this.
Hey, CJ, Saudi, she dug deep in her war bag and pulled Empress out. She like, I gotta find
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, she
It's
be
on
trying to
top.
redeem herself. She like, I gotta prove something to the bros.
Yeah,
She
No,
did it
no,
with that
don't
it's
one.
on
don't do my
top.
girl like that. Don't do my girl like that.
Yeah,
No, Empress Cook. Empress Cook. Hope she
yeah,
come back.
she did it with that one. That was a game changer. But yeah, this definitely was great. This definitely was great. I'm pretty much just at this point. I'm just waiting for the next the part 2, part 3, part 4, and
About to
hopefully we can get
say.
everybody in there. All
All
right.
right. That takes me to the next point. Part 2. Ignorance and delusion with sex. Ignorance and delusion with sex. That's where we going next. So make sure y'all tune back in
Ooh,
Thursday.
boy.
Thursday at 7. I think we're gonna go Thursday at 7. We're doing delusion and ignorance with sex, men and women. So make sure y'all tap in. Again, it's been a great show. I'm not gonna add anything that hasn't been said. I appreciate all my panelists. We're gonna make sure we reach out to y'all on the back chat, the back channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS podcast. We are growing. Again, to all my ladies that showed up and showed out. Again, the timing couldn't have been any better. You all came in exactly when you're supposed to. Again, it was divine timing. You all came to speak. We heard you, and you got a space here, right? We're gonna listen. We're gonna make sure that we challenge it where we need to. But again, just know if you've been on this panel, anybody that was on this panel tonight, you all have an open invite to always come back. If you didn't know that, you know that, right? So whenever you see a StreamYard link, you can always click because these are the type of shows we need. We need balanced conversations, right? Me, Bino, and CJ, we can always hold it for the fellas. We know when to press on the gas and when to kind of come off and let y'all cook. So y'all always welcome here. Make sure you tune in Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for part 2 of this series,
Yo, I dead
Ignorance and
ass thought Bino was
Delusion
frozen. He's literally
with
holding up a fist that whole
sex.
time.
Yeah, he's holding up the fist. Like I said, it's a powerful show. But
Oh
we'll see y'all
Lord, I
next
thought he
time.
was froze too.
Also, too, he might be froze. I don't know because he ain't moved.
No, his
No,
But
head
he ain't no
shaking.
also,
froze.
But also too, I think that me, Bino, and CJ, we're probably gonna go back on Facebook and do a quick live. We're gonna recap the show that just happened. So if you're on Facebook, tune back in for the live. If you aren't, like I said, you can add us as friends on Facebook. Tap in with Bino and Bino Jones. I'm listed on the Facebook as yeah, that's my government. So tap into DJ Strada for me on Facebook. CJ Bazemore. But we'll all be on the live together. Find one of us, add us on Facebook if y'all want to be a part of the conversation. And we're gonna take this to Facebook for a little bit and we get out of here. See y'all Monday. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and peace. We out.
We shall
Yeah,
overcome.
Bino.
We
I
shall
told
overcome.
All right, we're gonna end the stream. See y'all next time.